Hello and welcome to the United Stand. This is the one. This is the Europa League Final. Manchester United versus Ajax. The biggest game of United's season. The biggest game potentially, I would argue, in 4 years. What a day. What a build-up. Excitement, nervousness, and of course, a massive, massive tinge. Well, not even a tinge. A massive feeling of sadness. It makes for a cocktail really of emotions that is very hard for many Manchester United fans to sort of gauge tonight. Don't feel guilty about it. It's natural. But this is the one. The game goes ahead. We must win this game. We must turn up and give it everything we've got. And we'll be there with you every step of the way. Lots to discuss tonight. Lots to discuss. Kick-off in an hour and 45. Team news probably coming up in about half an hour's time. Loads to get into. But first of all, just for everybody to know, it's up to you how you do this tonight. But I have put a link in the video description for you anyway. If you are one of those people who unfortunately don't get to watch Manchester United that often, you're currently on YouTube anyway with the United Stand. YouTube, BT are showing the game for free. So we've put a link in the video description for you. If you're finding that too difficult, just go to the United Stand homepage and we've got it saved in our Manchester United playlist. So you can watch it that way. How you choose to do it is up to you. I mean, personally, we want you here with us for the watch-along. We're going to be live all the way through till kick-off, and we'll be live at half-time giving away that Manchester United top, and we'll be live afterwards for at least an hour tonight. We normally end it for my match reaction. Tonight, if we win or we lose, there's going to be reaction, and we'll be staying on the stream for at least an hour afterwards. So this is the place to be. When the game's on, if you want to watch the game, that's up to you. Of course you want to watch the game, and you can watch it free on YouTube through BT Sports. What we would say do, sync it in with us, have 2 browsers open, turn the audio off on that one, and have proper match interaction with the United Stand. But it's there. It's there. We're also going for 90,000 subscribers tonight. We're only 400 off, so get involved in that. Lots and lots to get involved in. But for those of you who are here early, I'm going to give you the early opportunity here. We are going to give away 2 Manchester United away tops, and we were going to be doing that at half-time today. However, we've been offered a Manchester United away top by somebody who wanted to get involved with the watch-along for us. So we're actually going to be giving 3 away in total. 1 tonight at half-time and 2 on the Sunday show for our end-of-season review, which you will be voting for anyway. We're going to get all the voting things up on the website later in the week. So we're giving 2 away on Sunday night as promised through ourselves, but we've got 1 to give away at half-time today. How can you enter? Well, the link is in the video description. If you go to that link, it is through second paragraph. It's through BetBright, and it will show you how to do it. Sign up, place a bet, get a free bet, and go in the draw to win the Manchester United new away top, the black one. It is fantastic, and you can win it. And to be honest with you, early birds, there's only 800 of you watching at the moment. To give you a little bit of stats around how many people normally sign up for these deals, it can be anywhere between 5 and 20. So if you are somebody who fancies a little bet, get yourself signed up, go in that draw, and at half-time, you could be winning a big prize today. Manchester United away top, the new black one. Just sign up, link in the video description, get on it like a car bonnet. So you're the early birds. I'll be revisiting that a little bit later with our tips. But it's there, folks. It's there to be won, and it's a fantastic prize. But Manchester United, can we win this game today? I'll tell you what, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I want us to win. Absolutely, of course I do. But it's a big unknown. Big unknown. What are your thoughts? I'm just typing something in here. But yeah, don't underestimate Ajax is something that I would 100% say. Oh, and what do you all think about the draw? I've just realised I've got the Europa League trophy next to me, courtesy of the Drawty Devil. Fantastic studio. Drop a like on the video just for Drawty and the great work that he does for the channel. But he wanted to do something special for us. And here it is, the Europa League trophy and a little picture of the Champions League there for you. Loads going on tonight, though, like I say. Going to have a few guests joining me at some point. Yeah, we had to go live early. We had to go live early because I think we're all finished work, whatever. If you've not been at work today, you've not had that distraction, have you? This game means so much to so many people for so many reasons. But if we just talk about it in a footballing sense, because you'll drive yourself absolutely into despair if you think about the bigger picture and what it means. But in relation to football, this game is massive for Manchester United. it's very hard to disassociate the other things that surround this game because we've all been affected by it. But if I just try and get back to Sunday night before all that happened and think about this in a footballing sense, this game was huge and is still huge. Our season next year depends on it. Do we want to be back in the Europa League? I've personally said, look, if we're back in the Europa League next season, we're back in the Europa League. It makes this season a failure, really. But if we are in the Europa League next year, I don't even want to try in it, because by trying in it this year, it's not helped our league form. So I said back in September time, you can't do both. You can't get top four and win the Europa League, and it's been proven. We've got to win this tonight. Liverpool were in this situation a year ago, and at half-time they were 1-0 up against Sevilla, and they had their hands on that trophy and that Champions League qualification. The second half they got blown away. So no matter what's happening, even at half-time, unless we're 3 or 4-0 up, and wouldn't that be fantastic? We just don't know what's going to happen. I'm very nervous, as you can expect. I am very nervous about this game. I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know what to expect with Ajax. All I can go back to is the preview we did yesterday, and I just reiterate that I think the first 10 to 20 minutes are huge in this game. The Ajax are a very young side. If we get at them, I don't mean not dominate them, but if we get at them and impose ourselves on them in the first 10 to 20 minutes and show that they've got a game, then they are young kids in an intimidating atmosphere. There'll be a lot of United fans there. They might just go into their shells. They are young. If we sit back in the first 20 minutes and let them play the way they want to play, and they can play quite well, they're kids, they'll grow into it, and they'll feel like they can do anything. So it's on us, and I'm sure Mourinho's taken that into account. A few people are saying, what's the early team news? Well, as far as we're concerned, the early team news is pretty much what we sort of predicted last night. We don't know whether that will be the team or not, but it looks like it will be, and that is. Let me just get this up for you, because I can do it while I'm live. There we go. Let me cover myself up. So this is the team we think it's going to be. We don't know, but this is the team we think it's going to be. I personally don't think. I think Fellaini will start, but Romero in goal, Blind, Smalling, Darmian, and Valencia more or less picks itself. I know some people want Phil Jones, but I think that's. Whatever you think about Chris Smalling, his height is important, and he has played with Blind more than Jones has. Herrera, Mata, Pogba would be a fantastic midfield three. They're dynamic, they can play football, and against the footballing side, it'd be really important to go at them. Lingard, Mkhitaryan, and Rashford. You know what? If Lingard starts, Lingard starts. Personally, I would like Martial, but if Mourinho thinks that Lingard's the right man to start, then we've got to back that. Rashford, obviously, Mkhitaryan and Lingard have not been playing that well lately. They've got to turn up tonight. But I mean, if that's the team, I'm very happy with it. I just have a funny feeling that Fellaini will start. I don't think it suits Fellaini this game. I must, whatever anybody's opinion about Fellaini, and if Fellaini gets picked, as I said last night, for what's gone on over the last couple of days, just back them. We back them. If they turn up, we'll back them. But I just don't think it actually suits Fellaini this game. I actually think Fellaini, maybe, if we're losing 1-0 or whatever in the last 10 minutes and we want to go long ball because Ajax will sit back and they're weak, I think Fellaini off the bench might be quite a useful option. But in a game like this where Ajax are very good at pressing and like that press and they move the ball quick, it's not really suitable for Fellaini to be playing in the midfield. And also I don't think we'll be getting into their box enough to use him. So I don't think it suits Fellaini. So if he doesn't pick him, I think it's the right decision. But we'll have to just wait and see what happens with that. Brandon says, my grandmother plays better football than Lingard. Well, a lot of people like Lingard and a lot of people think that he'll turn up in the final. So hopefully that will be the case. Pogba and Valencia and Herrera are going to play sick today, says Ultimate Successful Life. I think that's really important. Again, we picked this up in the preview. If you look at United over the last few weeks, Rashford's not played much, Herrera's not played much, Pogba's not played much, Valencia's not played much. Those four players have been beasts for us this season. I think they can be massive tonight. And also Mata hasn't played a hell of a lot, but he's been very consistent this season. Only just back from injury, didn't play at the weekend. He could be massive as well. So they're the 5 players I'm looking for a big performance from. If Mkhitaryan or Lingard can just turn up, that's 6 players that we can count on. And I think our experience is so important in this Ajax game. So important. So hopefully we can get it. Nakaloted Coley says he's nervous like a Christian's day trip to hell. I've never heard that one before. Your thoughts on the latest Griezmann comments, says Blazing Guns 365. Look, Transfer Daily's back tomorrow at 7 a.m. as per usual, and we'll be talking about Griezmann tomorrow, because one way or another, the Griezmann deal will be very strong or hanging in the balance based on tonight's performance. So I don't want to start talking about Griezmann tonight and then have memes of it tomorrow when if we lose. So I'll keep that back till tomorrow. Kaushik makes a good point. Let's not criticise the players before the game. It's about the badge, not the players. They should give their all today, no matter who plays. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd back that up 100%. Yes, definitely 100% in relation to that. And quickly, I just want to shout out as well, please do drop a like on the video. This is fantastic graphic work by Drawty as per usual, but it is the final. We want to be positive. We're hoping to get to 90,000 subscribers tonight as well, so if you are new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. As you can see, lots of people watching already, and we're an hour and a half off kickoff. Fantastic Manchester United fan community we have on the United Stand, made for the fans, by the fans, the biggest independent Manchester United fan channel on YouTube. Get involved if you're new. You've found a great community. We're not just live for watch-alongs, live at 7 AM every morning with the Transfer Daily all the way through till the end of August, and 8:30 every night as well with I'll have that one back as well. I may as well keep it because it's cold. Thanks. And live, sorry, someone's just trying to take my beer. But live at 8:30 every night as well, which we always are. So loads to get involved with. Live comments, always part of the show. And I'm drinking beer that's blue tonight in relation to Manchester United are wearing blue. Got my red tracksuit top, my blue beer. Pogba's going to have a good game, says CJ Party Times. I hope so. I hope, CJ, that you realise we're not kicking off in half an hour. Half an hour ago you were saying it's in an hour. It's in 2 hours from then. It's an hour and a half from now. Cindy says that Lingard's good in the big games. When is kickoff, says Mr. JG84. It's going to be in an hour and 50 minutes. No, do your maths. An hour and 35 minutes. An hour and 34 now. And just remind you, we're not being shy about this tonight. I know a lot of you watch the watch-alongs, and you're very welcome. This game is live on YouTube tonight. We obviously can't show it. We never can show you the games because we don't have the rights to do that. We're a watch-along for however you watch it. But I know a lot of you sometimes can't watch the matches. There is a game. It is live on BT tonight. The link is in our video description, so you don't have to go over there till the last minute if you're going to leave us at kickoff. But what we would advise you to do, because commentary on BT is pretty dull and boring, especially if they've got Michael Owen or Owen Hargreaves, mute that, have 2 browsers open, and have our audio up. I think that's the best way to do it. And then you can see the live comments and you can see the match as well. Or if you've got BT, just have it on the telly and keep your laptop up. But stay with us, because we're live all the way through to kick off, all the way through to full time, and then we're going to be alive for at least an hour on this stream afterwards, hopefully celebrating a historic night for Manchester United. But if the worst comes to the worst, we'll be reacting to that as well. Not going to be mopey tonight, says LaRusso. No, not going to be mopey tonight. We will be doing the minute silence when the pit players do the minute silence. Very important to do that. As I said, for those who have joined us a little bit late, it's a cocktail of emotion for me tonight. Obviously excitement, obviously nervous, but massively sad about what happened in Manchester just over a day ago. And we mustn't forget that, but it's so important this game was played. A cocktail of emotion, a really weird feeling. But I'm looking forward to the game, and obviously, you know, I am one of those who thinks it's right that the game goes ahead. But we won't forget, and hopefully the players are going to turn up and give us something as well to be really proud of. Fraz77 has made a contribution through the live chat option, super chat option, which you can do if you want to support the channel. That's the $sign at the bottom, but make sure you leave us a message if you do. Thanks, Fraz77. He says it's been a long, interesting season. Today we set the stage for a new Manchester United dynasty. Excited to share these moments with the United Stand. I mean, I think that's a very, very good last statement as well. Hopefully we're going to make history tonight, and you could be making history with what? Well, there's nearly 2,000 of us at the moment. When that history is made at full time, there could be 3,000 or 4,000. Vast majority United fans all together sharing the moment. But I know there's a lot of people who will be behind United tonight as well. And, you know, you don't have to be a United fan to be part of the United Stand any night, but certainly not tonight. I'm sure we had another super chat, so I don't want to miss anybody tonight, so let me make sure that I've done that. But yeah, I mean, drop us some comments about the team news, because the team news is going to be coming in about 20 minutes. So give us your thoughts on the team news. I'm very happy with that team that I put up for you, which I'll put up again. If that is the team, I'm very happy with it. It might not be, but I would be happy with that team. Sharikara has made a contribution. I don't think he likes Manchester United because he always wants to pay to have his comment read, so I'll do it for him. He says Europa Final ? Wow, small clubs tournament. You can't support any other English club to make that comment, to be honest, because no other English club apart from Leicester, unless you support them, got to even the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So if you're a Liverpool fan, you weren't even in Europe, and you won't get out the group stage next year. Arsenal fan, you got embarrassed. Chelsea fan, you weren't in Europe. It's not Mourinho's fault we were in the Europa League. I've said that all season. It's Mourinho's fault if we're in the Europa League next year, but it's not his fault we're in it this year. He's had what's in front of him, and he's got us all the way to the final. You know, we want to be in the Champions League, of course we do, but hopefully this is a one-hit wonder. We're in the Europa League. We've never won the Europa stroke UEFA Cup. Let's get it won. Let's get in the Champions League. That's job done tonight. I'll take any win. I must just add that. I would take any win. Hassam. Oh, let me get there. Hassam, I'm coming back. Hassam Darani says, Romero, Valencia, Smalling, Blind, Darmian, Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, Martial. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. That would be my dream team. But I do think either Lingard, Fellaini or both will start. Guashi Sisu says, I think De Gea will play. Does anybody else think De Gea will play? I've heard that a little bit. I can't see it. I mean, I would pick De Gea because it's a massive game. Pick your best players. But I think he's going to pick Romero. And I'd be amazed if he went against that. Uzar thinks that Mata will start and Lingard not playing. I'd be happy with Mata on the right instead of Lingard. Fellaini in the midfield, I'd put up with that. Night Whisper says the rivals will love it if we lose. Look, we have to accept that. I think, again, going back to Sunday before the horrific events on Tuesday night, everybody wanted United to lose, and all our rivals wanted us to lose, and a lot of people in Europe, like Ajax, because they've played football, they want us to lose as well. I think what's happened on Tuesday night has created a massive amount of love and support for the city of Manchester, and there will be some good feeling towards us. But we don't want sympathy in that sense as a football club. Compassion and empathy, yes, because we've got to stand up to this evil. But we're still Manchester United, and if clubs don't want us to win because they don't like us, because of rivalry that's been going on for years, I don't have a problem with that. But I do think there's a lot of warm feeling towards us at the moment, and I understand that as well. So, but when it comes to football, look, these rivals, it'd be like if Liverpool were in the final and they were in this situation. I'm sure I personally would want Liverpool to win because of what's happened. If it had happened in Liverpool, but I don't like Liverpool as a football club. They're a big rival, but you know that's the warmth of humanity, isn't it? When these sort of things happen, but we've just got to focus on ourselves tonight. If you get the players, have really got to try and detach themselves from that. As hard as and impossible it is, they've got to try. Because Drawty and me were talking today, and he said his concern is this referee doesn't grasp what's gone on, because there might be a few dodgy tackles from United players in the first few minutes as they let the passion get over them. And it would be ridiculous if a referee destroyed it with a silly soft yellow card or red card when passions are going to run high. You can't, the players, if I was playing tonight, if you were playing tonight, it's just human nature. You go out and you want to win and you want to try anyway, but when something like that happens in the city you live in and you play in, then your emotion is going to be much higher, and controlling that's down to Mourinho and the players, and hopefully he can do that. But I look through that team and I hope and think that won't be a problem. People like Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford, they're not dirty players, neither's Mkhitaryan. Pogba will put his foot in, but he's not dirty. I think people like Herrera probably needs to keep his mind focused, but I think he's experienced enough to do that. Same with Valencia. I think we'll be okay. But controlled passion's very important. Nathan Wood says, I'm not a United fan, but I'd rather you smash them. Yes, I hope. Cheers for that, mate. Newton says that Romero may not be on the same level as De Gea, but he's a good keeper. United have the best keepers in the world. Melissa McCarthy fan says, very nervous. Really hope we can do it. Yeah, I think that encapsulates how we all feel. United in the stands chance, not happy, but Fellaini is the worst. Gazamania says, Mark, do you think Martial should start? Look, I'm a big Martial fan, so I'm always going to be biased and say, yes, Martial should start. But I appreciate the weekend he didn't play very well. I think there were circumstances behind that, but I don't think he played very well. But I've said it so many times, and for people who missed the preview, Ajax's weakness is down the flanks, but defensively, definitely, and on the break. They play a high line, so they're susceptible to pace. They play quite narrow as a back four, so they're susceptible to width. Who's got pace and is our best winger on their day? Martial. So I would play Martial, but Martial might be a second half option. I mean, the bench is going to be very, very important. And the one thing I would say is if we did play Martial, Mkhitaryan, Rashford front three, Pogba, Mata, Herrera midfield three, you've not got anywhere to go off the bench, because all you've got on the bench then is Fellaini, Lingard, Rooney in an attacking sense, and none of those really inspire us. So actually not starting Martial and starting Lingard might not be a bad idea if we need somebody off the bench. So I would take that as a positive, but we'll see what happens. Ian Dodd says that Fellaini is apparently unlikely to start. Breaking news: David De Gea will start tonight versus Ajax, says Kieran Byrne. I've got no idea whether that's true or not. We can certainly check it out. The big news if it is. Martin's having an impromptu barbecue. I don't see anything about De Gea. We're probably just all been blagged there. De Gea is apparently signing for Real Madrid in a 65 million deal. That's what it says on Twitter. But there's nothing breaking about De Gea. So team news will be coming in very soon, though. Be interesting if De Gea does start, because a lot of people, I've heard it quite a lot. But whether that'll happen or not is remains to be seen. I mean, I've got to be consistent. I would start him. I definitely would. But it ain't down to me. It's not down to me, is it? So we'll see what happens. I've got people messaging me left, right and centre at the moment. So I've got to have a look at something as well. Right. 1 minute. I don't know what's going wrong there. I've got a bit of a problem with my green screen, as some people have mentioned. And I don't know what to do about that. 1 minute. I think I can hold some of it. It's all about the lighting, live. That's not done anything at all. Oh, we'll go with it. Don't worry about that. Get back on it like a fucking... Oh, don't swear. The wonders of live. There's nowhere to hide when you're live. But let me get back on these live comments here. That's the most important thing. Breaking news. I think Kieran Burns had us on a bit. I don't think De Gea is playing. Drop a like on the video. Fantastic work by Drawty as per usual with his Europa League stuff. X2X Gaming says, guys, I'm here. Let's win this Europa League. And I'm not taking away the Champions League picture, Darno. It's there. We live by the sword. Look, don't say take away the Champions League photo, because if we lose, we look stupid. The Champions League photo doesn't change that, pal. If we're not in the Champions League tonight at 10 o'clock and we've lost this game, don't think a little photo is going to change anything. We are in for a world of pain from all our rivals, regardless. They are going to jump all over us. So that is what it is at the end of the day, and we face it head on, because, like I say, it is what it is. I'm a bit unnerved off as to when the team news is coming out. Does anybody know? I'm getting messaged all the time about the team news, and I don't want to sort of read out what I'm being told, because I think you might all get excited. But if De Gea was to start, it would fill me with a hell of a lot more confidence. But I don't expect it. I've got to be honest. I'm not expecting him to start. But who knows? Who knows in this weird season that we've had. Well, how are we all feeling? How are we all feeling? 3-0, come on United, says Jamie Mitchell. Lots of comments. I just want to scan through for a minute because I appreciate... I was going to do Snapchats tonight, but I'm going to be all about the live comments on YouTube because we can do Snapchat on this Q&A on Sunday. It's a 7:45 kickoff. Team news at 6:45. Yeah, I was thinking that, Josh Walsh, but it sometimes doesn't go that way, does it? It sometimes comes out a little bit earlier. We've had a comment here from a contribution from Ryan Horn. Thanks for that. He says, long time watcher, as you know, live a few streets from the Bombers' house in Fallowfield, watching the game in the pub here. Atmosphere is bizarre. The game feels like it's the game feels like it's about much more than football. Well, Ryan, look, it is. We know that it is. It's more than football. It's horrific that we're talking about it in that sense because it was a massive game for us United fans anyway. But obviously, the world is watching for more than one reason now. And yeah, I just hope we can win it. We've also had a comment from Danish Shastri. He says, this game determines much more of our future than just next season. So nervous, yet so damn excited. Let's go, lads. Which again is a very accurate point. This game does determine so much more than where we are next season. It is bigger than that. I'm with you. I'm still talking. I'm just having a bit of problem with my lighting. So hopefully you can still hear me. And I will be back with you. I want to sort out a bit of my lighting because we're going to be live for a long time tonight. And I don't want it to be... hello. Just looking out my window. I don't want it to ruin what I'm looking at. So let's get it right. There we go. Right. I was hoping to have Kev from Vancam on, and hopefully we'll be on at some point. Yared says, Mark, you're really tired to look for it and magnified a little problem with Romero. He's as good as De Gea for me, but it's sad. It's sad you did that. Mark, you really tried to look for it and magnified a little problem of... I don't know what you're on about, Yared. I mean, it must be from another show there. People get excited when I get off the chair. They love it. The wonders of technology. Let's give you a little bit of the chair while I'm still talking. There's the chair. Look, he wanted a minute. He's got his own Twitter account of United chair. But the chair looks better than you, says Abdullah. Well, there you go. Look at the chair. What a beautiful trophy, says Davo K. Yep, there's the trophy and the chair. And are watching score prediction, says Chad Sproul. We'll be talking about that. I think Romero will start, to be honest. And James Collins says, come on, lads, let's bring it home. Let's bring some joy back to the city. We are Manchester. And Matthew Pipe thinks we'll hit 90,000 tonight, which would be fantastic as well. Maybe a Strummer makes a very good point. He says, for me, this could be won or lost on how we set up tonight. Sit back and we play into their hands. If we pressure them like we did against Chelsea at Old Trafford, which I was at, I fancy us to win. I fear we'll sit back, though. You know what? That's a fantastic comment, maybe by bias. If I could give you the United top myself, I'd give you based on that, because I think you're spot on. I know I've said it already, which is probably why I'm saying it's a good comment, but it really is about what we do in the first 20 minutes. These are kids in the Ajax side. If you give kids confidence, as we saw with our kids on Sunday, they'll believe and they'll go for it. If you get at them and undermine them, they'll go into their shell. We've got to do that. We've got the more experienced side. Let's do it. We have to do this for Manchester, says Ging Kays, and it's a fine chair, says somebody else. SRC Gaming and Vlogs. Mark, you don't go to grounds to watch matches. Sorry, Dad, do you live with me? I went to watch the Chelsea game. The pictures and everything proved it. So you're wrong. You're wrong. Rashford and Fellaini score today, says Shines. I don't care. I do not care who scores tonight as long as they score. Score prediction, says Nigel Mazang. Well, it's not a hit. It's not a secret. I'm going 3-1. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm being a bit overzealous, but I'm going 3-1. I think, I'm just going to go confident, because if we lose, we deal with it. We'll have to deal with it. So I don't want to deal with losing this game or what that might feel like until it actually happens, and hopefully it won't ever happen. So I'm going positive. We can win this game. Manchester United can win this game. Manchester United are a bigger club than Ajax. We've got better players than Ajax. We need to just believe that and go and get it. Go and get it. Like Sir Alex Ferguson said at half-time in the 1999 Champions League final, we were losing 1-0, and he said the last thing he said to them as they left the dressing room at half-time was, walk past that trophy, take a good long look at it. In 45 minutes, it'll be gone. And it took him a long time to get it right, but that was, I'm getting goosebumps now. That was the most amazing night I've ever had as a Manchester United fan. And you tonight, collectively, we could all have that tonight, and I hope we do. I really hope we do, because for 90 minutes we can forget the horrors and what's going on, and we can focus on something that's positive. And hopefully after 90 minutes we can embrace that positivity and take it back to Manchester. Zlatan's on the bench, says Fack. Not a chance. Not a chance in a million years. How many cans have you got, Mark? Says Matt James. I've got one or two. I need it tonight. For many reasons. Shivan wants Mkhitaryan to start on the right and Martial on the left. I'd love to see that happen. Let's try and get 1,000 likes before kick-off. We're doing really well for likes tonight. If you are new, make sure you click and subscribe to the United Stand. I'll tell you what, we've got loads planned for you this summer as well. Transfer shows every morning at 7 a.m. Live again at 8:30 with a more in-depth show. Q&As, loads to go on, and some fantastic new content ideas that I think you're going to absolutely love, which I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're all around if we get to 100,000 subscribers. Loads of prizes as well. And obviously Sunday night we're giving away 2 Manchester United away tops, because we've got a bonus one tonight that we're giving away at half-time. The link is in the video description. If you are somebody who fancies a bet, go to that link in the video description, second paragraph down. It will take you to this page. Get yourself signed up, place your bet, get a free bet on, and you are in the draw to win at half-time a Manchester United away top. And as I said before, remember, you've got to be over 18. You've got to be somebody who obviously gambles responsibly and likes a bit of a bet. And we normally only get about 5 to 20 people signing up, so you've got a massive chance of winning. However, I've got him with me, the man, the legend. I don't know whether he's in the van. Kev, how you doing, pal?
Out the van, finished work, mate, and looking forward to the final.
Good. How you doing? I haven't spoken to you in a while.
Yeah, sound, mate, sound. Not too bad, like I say. But slightly nervous now coming up to kick-off, like, but
yeah,
looking forward to it, as I'm sure everybody else is.
Yeah, I mean, we must just say it because it's only right. I said at the start of the stream, look, for me, it's a weird emotion tonight. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous, but I'm massively sad about what happened the other night. And it's a weird cocktail of emotion. It's right that the game goes ahead, and I bloody want United to bring it home. But as a lad who's from Manchester, living in Manchester, I mean, just give us I mean, you know what it's like in the city. And I know from the job I've done in the past that we can feel it as a nation and as a world, but it's a very different feeling when it's in your city. So, you know, what's the emotion for you and all your friends and family and everyone around this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you hear about anything like that, to be honest, Mark, it's I mean, it doesn't matter where it is, but I think it's the fact that it's so close home, especially for somebody like me, a Mancunian, it just hits home even harder, really. Obviously, I knew people had it, people's children, you know, that were at it, and if anything, it does hit home. And I've heard a lot of people saying about the match tonight, it's almost like the football doesn't really matter. But I mean, if I could take anything from it, I'd just want United to go out there tonight, really, to win the Europa League for Manchester and for what happened.
Yeah, I mean, what's your thought on this game? Let's bring it back to the football, because that's what everybody, you know, wants to focus on tonight. And I think, you know, it's right. It goes ahead, and it's right that we focus on it. My feeling is I just don't know what to expect. It's been that sort of season from United anyway. I mean, you go to all the home games and you've seen the performances there. Surely we'll turn up tonight.
Well, the one thing we can't have is any excuse that we're tired. And basically, there are no excuses tonight. Mourinho has rested the players that he wants to play for tonight. It's going to be, well, barring Bailly and Zlatan, it should be his strongest team. And really, there cannot be any excuses tonight. United have to go out and basically leave that pitch with no regrets. They have to give it their all. But it's such a big game, because I cannot remember a game where we've gone into it and basically our whole season, rests on this one game, because basically if we lose this game tonight, the papers tomorrow will say that United have had, a crap season. Yet the flip side is, if we win it, it looks all right, and it's all really to do with that Champions League qualification. Because hopefully, if we do lift it, then we get into that, and then we're judged basically on that, and they'll say that we've had a good season.
Team news is out, folks. Let me just tweet this out so we've got it. But the team news is out, and I'll read it to you as it is. I always wait on the official Twitter account for Manchester United. They are always slow on the Europa League games for some reason. They're very good for Premier League, slow on Europa. But the team is not De Gea in goal. It is Romero in goal, as we expected. Valencia, Smalling, Blind, Darmian, as we predicted. Herrera, Fellaini, Pogba, midfield 3. Mata, Mkhitaryan, Rashford. I'm happy with that team. I would have made one change, but I'm happy with that team. I would have been more concerned with Fellaini and Lingard starting, Kev. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I think that was more or less what I would have expected him to pick, that team. Who did you say the back was? Sorry, you say Blind and... Is that Jones at centre-back?
Blind and Smalling I've got. Blind and Smalling centre-backs with Valencia and Darmian full-backs.
Yeah, strong team. Again, it's a one-off game, and despite what's happened in Manchester, it was awful. I've heard a lot, saying the players, it'll be in the mindset when they go out. Like I said before, it's terrible what happened. Just go out there and do it for Manchester. Basically, every one of them players, once they cross that white line, try to put that to the back of your mind. At least get the job done. And hopefully it's party time, really. At least we can have some positive news in what has been a difficult few days. But a strong team. I think Romero was always going to be in there. He's promised him, and I'm glad in a way that he's kept up with that, and he's not thrown De Gea back in. I think he promised him that, and in fairness, Romero's not done much wrong in this Europa League run.
William Reddy is nervous. I tell you what, I was told today, I put a tweet out this morning, I said I don't care who plays for United tonight, I'm not bothered. I think what's happened over the last few days has sort of numbed my, not passion because I want to win it, but my criticism has just disappeared from my body, which some people will say is a good loss, but I don't have that in me, and I know you're quite similar with me about Fellaini, but I have no malice towards him tonight. I have no frustration that he's starting. I know if Tuesday hadn't happened, I would have been. But it sort of made me a better person for it. And the one thing I say about Fellaini is he'll give everything. And that's what we want. All I want is everyone to give everything tonight. And I know Fellaini will.
Yeah. Well, as long as he don't do something stupid like he did in the derby, then... I mean, if he does something like that, I'll lose the plot. But, yeah, just nothing silly from Fellaini. Just keep it basic. That's what he is. He's a basic footballer. So... and don't be flying into any early challenges, no yellow cards, to take him through the game, because we know he's a ticking time bomb, and for him to get a silly yellow card for something petulant, he's walking a tightrope then, and as a fan, you don't want to be watching Fellaini running around the pitch like that.
There's a few people in the live comments who are, on about Fellaini, and what I would say is, look, I support the team, I'm not going to moan about the team tonight, and it feels good to not do that, but I think I'll give you more of your on at the moment, Kev. The Fellaini issue is this. Ajax are a footballing pressing side. Fellaini, I've always said, if you're going to play him as a number 10, in the opposition's box, he's a threat. I think in the midfield, against a team that presses and uses the ball, he's not very good on the ball. He's not very fast. He is a weakness. But Mourinho wants to play him, and I just hope it works. But I'm ecstatic that Mata's playing. I think Mata's very important.
Yeah, I think Mata deserves it. I think he's had a great season. He's always the fall guy. Whenever he's looking to bring another player into the game, it's almost like, it's just the easy substitution to make. But I mean, you can't fault Mata for effort. You're going to get it from him. He's got that quality. Any free kicks in and around the box. And he is essentially really like a number 10. And a lot of us have been crying out, especially in the past with Rooney on the decline. We've said, let's see Mata in that number 10 role. Give it, play him in behind a striker and see what he can do. And he's got his chance tonight, but fully deserved, as you say. He deserves to be in there on merit.
Yes. What's your feeling on the game, Kev? I mean, it's very hard to predict. We know that. The one thing I was saying before the game is that I hope the referee is intelligent to know that Manchester United will obviously be feeling like we're feeling, and there might be a few passionate tackles at the start of the game. You mentioned Fellaini there. I think Herrera the same. I hope he can just give a little bit leeway and not start giving out silly yellow cards, because we don't want to see people sent off, because passions will be running high.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like you say, if he is a decent referee, you've got to take that into consideration, surely. I can't really see it being the kind of start to a game where there's going to be challenges flying in and that, to be honest. And yeah, like I said earlier, no silly bookings. And I mean, as a match prediction, I'm nervous, but I mean, I look at this Ajax side and I think they are young, but they can work against you. You could say they're young and they're fearless, but United should have the experience here, man for man. We've got the world's most expensive player. Pogba's been good in the Europa League, and I really do think we'll have too much for them tonight. And I've predicted a 2-1 win for Man United. Obviously,
I hope so. I think I'm hoping that people like Pogba, Mata, Herrera, Rashford, Valencia, who haven't played that much over the last few games, I don't think it's a coincidence that they're our 5 best players this season. Obviously, with Zlatan injured, and I think they're the big teams. People are shouting about the lineup. It's going along the bottom of the screen, but I will just read it back to you. Romero, Valencia, Smalling, Blind, Darmian. We predicted that back 5 right. Herrera, Pogba, Fellaini midfield 3. I predicted that right. Mata, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, I predicted that right. I know it wasn't the team I put up last night because that's what Heshem told me, but he got 10 out of 11 right. No Lingard. Mata's playing where Lingard is instead of the midfield, and Fellaini's playing in there. I'm happy with it. I mean, my ideal team was Mata in the midfield and Martial on the left and Mkhitaryan on the right. But actually, Kev, I haven't looked at the bench yet, but I think having Martial off the bench is actually not a bad thing to have.
So it's a great option to have. I think we've missed that in the last few years under especially under the Louis van Gaal sort of regime, because we were in games there where we were screaming out for a change, a different direction. Even though the squad isn't as big as probably Mourinho would, or let's say as strong man for man, we've got options there. And if there's one thing, I mean, to have pace and skill, which Martial, Rashford, Mkhitaryan, players like these possess, to have that kind of weapon that you can bring on, if things aren't going well. But it'll definitely, if needed. The good thing is, even if we're winning the game and we bring a player on like that, it's going to stretch the game even further if we can counter attack. But it's a great thing to have on the bench. That.
Yeah, I think modern football, having a strong player on the bench is important. And if Martial started and Fellaini didn't, I'd look at this bench that we have. We've got De Gea on, obviously, which is obviously weird for some. De Gea on the bench in a massive cup final. Fosu Mensah, which I'm so pleased he's got back. Phil Jones, Carrick, Lingard, Martial, and Rooney. So a lot of experience on that bench with Carrick and Rooney. Bit of pace with Lingard and Martial. Phil Jones, if we get any injuries. Fosu Mensah, I think it's great for him to be on there. So all in all, I think we've got the team to do it. They've just got to deliver it.
Yeah, I hope, if anything, Mark, it's not like this Europa League. I mean, especially in the knockout stages, the first ties or the first legs of the knockout phases, we've dominated really well, but we've never put the team, to the sword really and finished them off. And we've give ourselves work to do then in the second legs. So hopefully fast up the traps tonight. But I mean, a two goal cushion would be lovely, wouldn't it? At least you can sort of sit back and relax for a bit. But you never know, United. It's always they always do things the hard way, don't they?
They do. Well, where are you watching the game, Kev?
Just at home. My son wants to watch it. It's his first European final, so I told my mates I'm not going to the pub. I said I'm just going to watch it at the house with my lads. So.
Well, hopefully it'll be a night to remember. I remember watching games when I was a kid. I remember the 91, and it's hopefully he'll have great memories to take to school tomorrow. But thanks for popping on, Kev.
No problem at all, mate. Thanks for having me on.
And we'll get you more involved. I know we're doing a show tomorrow night if you fancy coming on for that, but great to have you back involved, and I hope we do it.
Sound as a pound, mate. Come on, United!
I'll speak to you soon, pal.
See you, mate.
Ta-da. And obviously you can follow Cav on Twitter at Kevin Ashford, and obviously he's got his own van cam, which we used to have on the United stand, but he left us. No, he's moved it onto his own channel now, so you can do fan cam on there. But yeah, very happy with that lineup. Romero, Valencia, Smalling, Blind, Darmian, Herrera, Pogba, Fellaini, Mata, which I think is so important. I said that a week ago. Mkhitaryan, Rashford, that team's good enough. Yes, I understand the concerns about a couple of players. I actually like Chris Smalling. I know a lot of people don't. Fellaini, look, he's going to give his all. That's all that matters. We've got Martial on the bench if we need it. We've got an experienced bench with De Gea, Jones, Carrick, Rooney, Fosu Mensah, Lingard, Martial. What will be, will be. Let's just go at it and give it our all. I've got to do this because obviously I promised that we would do it. We are giving away Manchester United away top at half time. The brand new black top is to be given away at half time. The way you can enter is if you go to the video description, there's a second paragraph. It's got a link. It will take you to this page through BetBright. Sign up, place a bet, you get a free bet, and you will go into the draw. If you read the video description, second paragraph, it will show you how you enter that. I'd say we'll get anywhere between 5 and 20 people signing up. So very, very good odds of winning the brand new Manchester United top at half time. It's available in any size. But to take that a little bit further, let me just show you what my... I'm going to knock it into decimal as well. You might, if you're going to place a bet, you may as well do it on Ajax v Manchester United, which is there. We haven't done this for a while, I know. But my tips for today... Look, both if you fancy a little... double your money bet. Both teams to score 1.95. I think that's worth a shout. And what else do we like? Well, you can get Manchester United. Let me just close that off. You can get Manchester United to win at more than double your money. At double your money as well. Tenner wins you 20 quid back. I think that's good value. But I do like the more obscure stuff. So. First goal scorer, I quite fancy. He's got a good record in the Europa League. Mkhitaryan, 6.50. So a tenner bet would win you 65 quid. What else do I like the look of? Rashford, first goal scorer. Again, a little bit shorter odds, but a tenner, 55 quid back. What else do we like? There was another one I did quite like. Don't fancy winning on penalties, but you might fancy United to win on penalties, 13-1. So a tenner, you'd get 130 quid back if you fancied that as a long outside bet. I'll tell you what, I can't do penalties. I'm emotional enough. Cannot do penalties. And anytime goal scorer, Marcus Rashford, 2.55. I do fancy him to score. That would get you 25 quid back with a £10 bet. But for me, I quite fancy... Well, you might fancy Fellaini at 11-1. But I fancy Mkhitaryan, 6.50. First goal scorer, tenner wins you 65 quid. And if you fancy something just a bit safe, you want to double your money, United to win or both teams to score for me is where I would be going on those. So get in on it. Second line of the second paragraph of the video description. Place your bet. Read the instructions. Win a Manchester United way top at half time. It's there to be done. The new black one. And we're giving away 2 at half on the Sunday show as well. But tonight... You can win something massive, and hopefully Manchester United are going to win this thing in front of me as well tonight. It'd be fantastic. Lou Robinson, that is not open to kids. No, it's not. But you've got to be over 18 and do gamble responsibly. But maybe your mum and dad might enter it for you. But we are giving 2 away on the Sunday show as well, and that's got nothing to do with putting any bets on. So I know a couple of you said, "Oh, well, why is it always through betting companies?" Well, that's because they provide us with the shirt to do it. But on Sunday, we are giving away 2, which will just be picked from the live comments. So a lot of you do like the little bet tips and everything like that. That's why we do them. And it's nice to give you something back. But we're not discriminating against anybody. On Sunday, we'll be giving 2 away as well. Yeah, we're all nervous. Very, very nervous. Remember, I'm going to keep telling you about this. Let me just take this from Richard Steiner. Richard Steiner's just made the contribution. He says, how about a competition that doesn't mean we have to put a bet and ruling anyone out in the USA? Richard, You'll now feel silly because I've already clarified that on Sunday we're giving away 2 and it's got nothing to do with putting any bets on. But obviously, Europa League Final, we get offers and we're never going to not take them up because that means we can give 3 instead of 2. Getting a little bit of lag tonight and we don't want any of that. So how you doing, Ross?
Hello, Mark. You alright?
Good. What's your thoughts on the team?
It's exactly the same team as what I predicted in one of our Sunday night shows. It's the team that I wanted to see. So overall, I'm chuffed with it, to be honest. The only negative would be maybe the Romero thing, but we all knew it was going to happen anyway, so I'm over it. I'm pleased with it. Absolutely pleased with it. And I'm with you. I'd back any of the players if he chose to play different players. But if I was to pick that United team, I would have picked the team that he's picked. So absolutely chuffed with it. The only negative I will say about the team is I think that with having Martial and Lingard off the bench, if it does go a bit tits up, I think he'll bring on Lingard as a first option, as an impact player, which not too sure about, to be honest. But apart from that, positive. I think there's enough to win it out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm positive about the team for the same reasons. I just don't feel negative about anything at the moment because it's just not in my makeup after what's happened. But a lot of people wanted Fellaini to start anyway. I didn't. I remember us talking about it a week and a half ago. Me, you and Alex, you had Fellaini in the midfield 3. I had Mata, Herrera and Pogba. He's gone with Fellaini. Mourinho likes Fellaini. He's got to perform. He's probably one of the most important people on the pitch today because regardless of what you think about him, this doesn't suit him, this game. It doesn't suit him. I can't see us getting many long balls into their box. I can see the ball being on the ground, moving very fast a lot, and that doesn't suit Fellaini. So he's going to have to be very, very careful tonight. He's going to have to be on top of his game. No silly tackles, no silly yellow cards. It's massive on him. It's massive on him, isn't it, Ross? He's got to have that game. But Mourinho trusts him to do it, and we must trust him.
Yeah, you're spot on. What it shows to me is that Mourinho doesn't trust his players to be able to play around a quick press. So what he's obviously going to choose to do is go over the press with a goal kick to Fellaini, and I think we'll see a lot of that today. And do you know what? Fellaini is the best in the world at chest control and maybe even headering the ball from midfield. So yeah, he just needs to do what he does right today. He needs to get the ball at his feet. No, we know he can't do that. He knows he can't do that. Jose knows he can't do that. So as far as playing Fellaini, we need kind of the ball in the air more than it is on the ground, which I think we'll play. And then Fellaini just needs to do the simple pass once he gets the ball to a Pogba and let them create, because we know he can't. That's not us, talking down about him. We just know he can't. But he has got qualities, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see how his qualities, fare up against this young Ajax team, because he is a physical presence, Fellaini. So it'd be interesting to see, yeah, like you say, key player today for me.
Yes. I mean, and to be honest, somebody just said it in the live comments, but I've moved off, and that's my own ignorance. But it's who else would you play in there? Carrick has problems with the press now, which is right. Liverpool dealt with him very well at Old Trafford in January. He struggles with the press. I would have gone Mata, Herrera, Pogba, and then put either Lingard or Martial wide with Mkhitaryan and Rashford up front. That's probably a little bit too attacking for Jose's liking. Maybe he'll do that in the second half. So I'm not surprised by the lineup, and I would expect him to make signings in the summer that mean that we aren't so reliant on playing somebody that really probably isn't suitable for this game. But he did score a goal to get us here, and he has been picked a lot this season. As Kev said, look, we back this lineup, but he cannot make mistakes tonight. He can't do something stupid like he did against City. He can't pick up an early yellow card. He's just got to do his job. And if there's a tackle that he can't make, don't make the tackle. Just be disciplined, and that's all I ask from him today. But people like Pogba, Herrera, Valencia, Mata, Rashford, they're the players that win us the game. I don't know what you think, Ross.
Yeah, I do. Just quickly, and I don't want to go against the grain a little bit. I think about the referee. I think to be honest, if there is a stupid challenge that goes in early on, I think he has to book the player. I don't want any. I want the referee to just referee the game. I don't want him to think about what's happened. I don't want him to be biased towards certain decisions, certain things. I just want him to ref the game and be completely as unbiased at any team as he should be. So if there's a bookable challenge, I think he should book him. I think that's the rules of the game. You don't bypass rules because of certain situations and scenarios. But yeah, I think Rashford's our biggest player for today. He's leading the line. He's a young lad, but for their defence to be, Rashford's torn, for me, some of the best defenders in the world to pieces in certain games and certain scenarios. So he's the one for me, and I think we just got to get the ball to him. And if he can get running at this defence, to me, he's shown this season that he's better at running at defenders than Martial has been this season. He's improved that part of his game so much, and they will be pulling their hair out if he's running at them all game and then running in behind. So it's him and Pogba. I say this every game. It's him and Pogba for me. As long as Pogba can find him, which he can, I don't think we should have a problem today. I think the way I think about it is if this was a sort of a Europa League qualifying game in neutral ground, I'd expect Man United to batter them regardless.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a cup final is what makes us so nervous, I think, because anything can happen. It's 90 minutes.
And it's all or nothing as well. But just a little bit of positive here. I've got two things to say. Cool and Cash says, any good streaming websites? I said it about an hour ago. I'll say it again. BT Sports are showing the game live on YouTube. The link is in our video description. So when it kicks off, pop over there. You can watch it. I know a lot of you like the Watchalong, and we're live all the way through till full time and for about an hour afterwards. BT Sports commentary is pretty poor. What I would say is get two browsers open, mute the audio on BT Sports so you can watch the game, and keep our audio up and sync it in. That's what we recommend everybody do. But I'm not going to keep it a lie. The game is free on BT Sports on YouTube, which is obviously fantastic. Just mute the commentary and stay with us, because you're going to be sat with over 300,000 United fans interactive, hopefully making history. The other positive I'm going to give you is that for everything that everyone says about Ajax's young youth side, which is fantastic, Goldbridge, Kluivert, and the rest, fantastic youth side, Marcus Rashford's better than the lot. Marcus Rashford is better than all of them, because all they've done is play in a league where Memphis was a star player, and they've done okay in Europe in the Europa League, which isn't the Champions League, whereas Rashford over the last year has done it against the best sides. He's done it for England. He's done it against the top four sides in England in a much more competitive league. So we shouldn't be scared of these kids that Ajax have got. They're a decent side, but I'll keep saying it. If we turn up, we've got the better players. And you said it perfectly, Ross. Pogba, for me, if he turns up, is the best player on that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. And if we get the Pogba that played so well against Crystal Palace, I don't think they'll have a hope in hell today. I think he's that good, and they are that inexperienced. And you're absolutely spot on. And it's one thing I didn't think about is the Memphis scenario, and you're right. And I know he didn't play for Ajax, but I think if you put Memphis in this team, he'd probably be the best player in their team. And Memphis wouldn't even get in our squad. That's where we are compared to. But Pogba. I'm interested to see Pogba in. Pogba will know that we've said it a lot. The world is watching, and the world would be watching Paul Pogba. There's probably a lot of sort of supporters and fans around Europe haven't really seen Pogba this season because they might not watch Premier League football. They might not watch Manchester United so much, but they will be watching tonight. So a lot of people around the world are going to be gauging Pogba based on this one game, which is he'll know. He'll absolutely know this. And I think I just keep having dreams of a Pogba sort of 35-yard screamer, and I just pray that happens because that'll make me the happiest man right about now. But what a game we've got. But I know I've been talking Ajax down a little bit, but they have got some qualities. I mean, everyone talks about the striker Dolberg, but their centre midfielder Klassen, I think, has only got 3 goals less than him this season. He scored over 20 goals for a midfielder, which is a phenomenal overhaul. But then, putting it into context, he's supposed to be looking at signing for Everton, so that just shows the quality that he is.
The Dutch league, I don't care what anyone says, it's made up of
farmers.
Yes, there you go. I knew you'd jump in. It is. It's not a great league. Below Ajax, Feyenoord, and there's another team that's decent as well. But they're not PSV. But they're not that great. They're not that great. And there's how many league teams in that league? It's not a great league. And look, I'm not saying we're going to win this tonight because that would be very arrogant. But If we turn up, we win the game. Dutton says Mata to score the winner. Look, I said this when Mata got back from that season-ending injury 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was like a new signing, because people forget that Mata's been one of our most consistent players this year. And Mata, in a game like this, I think he can be absolutely key. And you've been I mean, just talking about our wide men, Mata and Mkhitaryan. Obviously, Mata's coming back from fitness. He's not really been playing that much for 6 weeks. Mkhitaryan may as well be as well, because you've been on his back a lot. If those two lads turn up tonight, it's there. It's there to be done. And the great thing about them is Ajax like to play football, but so do Mata and Mkhitaryan.
Yeah, Mkhitaryan and Mata. Do you know what you said about ball being at feet? And they're probably the two best players we have to ball at feet. I mean, Mkhitaryan, when he's on his game, and when he's playing against lesser opposition, to be honest, he can just run past 5 or 6 players. It's when he becomes against the tougher defenders, which I think he struggled, apart from the Tottenham game where he scored a fantastic goal. But yeah, he's key. I love the fact Mata's playing today. I think it shows a huge sign of confidence in Jose to play him so soon after coming back from injury.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Sorry to cut in.
Exactly.
I didn't expect it, so I'm really, really, really pleased with Mourinho. He's had a bit of stick about his lineups, Lingard and Fellaini, playing them a lot, and I would have been worried if he'd gone with both of them. But I'm just so happy Mata's playing. It doesn't bother me that Fellaini plays.
Yeah, and I think that there's a tilt of the hat to him and Fosu Mensah just being involved today, because it is obvious that they have completely surpassed their supposedly injury times, where other players, I don't want to criticise them like Jose did, but they always sort of run over. Mata was almost half his time that he should have been out for, in my opinion, and to fight his way not only back, I'd have expected him to fight his way to just make the squad today. That's it. He's fought his way back to starting the Europa League final. So main man for me. But if you've got to back a player, it's Mata, because he scores in big games and he creates headaches for defenders. And I personally think Mata on the right for us frees up Valencia, because Mata won't be there, to be honest. He doesn't play on the right. Even when he does, he tends to just wander over to the left and just frees up so much space for Valencia. So there's key positions all over. You could talk about everyone, because you could say Valencia's a key man going forward from the right. You could say Darmian's key, defending from the left. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game, and one I've been looking forward to for weeks.
Yeah, it's finally here. Stephen O'Brien says, I respect Mata so much after coming back. 3-1 to Man United to sack Gamer, which I'm going to go for. I'll get Ross's in a moment. But look, all I can say is this. I hope it's not wasted emotion tonight, because we've been doing the watch-alongs for over a year now, and we've celebrated some great goals. In fact, if you watch the trailer we have for the channel, you'll see some real emotion. But tonight, for many reasons anyway, but even without those reasons that we're all aware about worldwide, I would have been emotional tonight anyway, because United have got to win it. But I feel so emotional, Ross, that I just want to release. I want to release, and it doesn't matter. Fellaini can score all 4. I don't mind. He'll get the same celebration off every one of them, because I just want a release of emotion, and a happy emotion tonight. And I really hope that we can deliver and do it, because it's all kicking in now. Nerves, excitement, obviously the sadness, as I've said, but they've just got to do it. Just turn up, lads, and do it. And conversely to you, I don't mind the referee doing whatever he's got to do, but I don't want this game. I did say this as well. The problem with the Europa League is, of course, you pick Europa League over top 4 because you get a trophy. But the problem with the Europa League is your season comes down to 90 minutes. One silly challenge and you're down to 10 men and it's gone. I don't want that. I don't want a silly decision ruining our season for either team. I don't want to win it off a dodgy penalty either, or a dodgy red.
No, it only takes one nanny high boot, doesn't it? And it's all over, like it was against Madrid that time. And yeah, you're right. They've got to keep their heads. But do you know what? One thing I will say is, regardless, even if we lose this, I wouldn't say the players have let us down, because it must be tough for them playing in a situation like this. But they've just got to block it out, and they've got to be professional about it, and go out and do the business all over the pitch. Like you say, whoever it is, if it's Fellaini, if it's Lingard, if it's anyone, but it would make it, like you say that, it'd make it more sweet if it was Juan Mata, or if it was Marcus Rashford, given the fact that he is a thoroughbred Mancunian. So there's so much. The game is interesting, like you say, anyway, but there's a little bit more intent for me, and probably for the players and for the staff and all the fans out there, because I've been seeing little videos on Twitter today of our fans, and they are absolutely phenomenal. And all I'm hearing and seeing is that, it's about a 50-50 split, to be honest, in the central parts of Stockholm. But the only fans you can hear are United fans.
Yeah, and I actually thought we might have more fans than they've got, because that's the way it tends to work, isn't it? But it's interesting. And what's your score prediction?
I'm going with 3-0 because I've got to back my bets, and that's what I've gone for. So yeah, 3-0 to United, obviously.
And in relation to the game itself, are you expecting United to come out the traps, or do you think we'll sit back?
No, I expect us to come out the traps. And like we've been doing all season in the Europa League, is score an early goal. Because I think that it's difficult. It's difficult to see how Ajax are going to set up. Are they going to try and counter us? Are we going to get a lot of the ball? Or are they going to try and dominate and we counter? I really don't know, but I just expect us to get an early goal. And I expect it to come through a little bit of quality, either from Mkhitaryan, Mata, or Rashford, to be honest. But Mkhitaryan, I've also bet on him to score first. Have been giving him stick all season. I just think against the lesser opposition, which they are tonight, they're a fantastic young team, but they are young. Mkhitaryan will up his game, because he will know that he can have a little bit of time on the ball without being absolutely battered, which he does. He gets in the Premier League.
Yes, yeah, that's a great point about Mkhitaryan. I was thinking that before, that in the Premier League, obviously it's very physical. Ajax are not a very physical side. They're they're a footballing side. So playing a couple of footballers like Mata and Mkhitaryan is actually a very, very intelligent thing to do. Draughty Devil says 90,000 subscribers before kickoff. I must just shout out that we've gone way past 1,000 likes way before kickoff, which is fantastic. So thanks everybody for that. It's probably because of the trophy next to me, which is down to the Draughty again. But if you are new, please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we're closing in on 90,000, as you can see, 89,785 at the moment. It'd be fantastic to hit 90,000 on this special evening. And if you are new, you found a fantastic community of mainly Manchester United fans. We do get other fans on here. Live every single night at 8:30, talking about United, Q&As, transfer shows. We've got our season review show on Sunday. And we're also live at 7 a.m. every morning till the end of August with transfer news, which, Ross, I don't want to mention it because people are going to get nervous, and I'm apparently making people more nervous. But tomorrow's transfer show is going to go one or two ways. We're either going to be talking about Europa League targets, or we're going to be talking top shelf targets. Some people think it won't matter whether we're in or out. I think it does this time. I do. I think, would we have got Pogba last year if we'd said, we'll be out of the Champions League for 2 years? I think a lot of that was, you'll only be out of it for one. When people see that it could be two. And also, we're going to be competing against teams in England that, we might be able to offer 50 million for Rodriguez, but all we can offer is Europa League football. Liverpool have got a bit of money. They can say, well, do you want to fancy a bit of Champions League football?
Yeah, I just don't see him signing for Liverpool somehow, because you're not going to get,
wasn't it? But Chelsea.
Yeah, you're not going to get a league title for the next 27 years, is it? But yeah, that's bang on, mate. And I think Draughty Devil tweeted it out. The list of things that United will win if we win tonight, which is we get Champions League football, we get another trophy, it deems a successful year, and we get Griezmann. And I think it all wraps into one. It was a great tweet. And given Griezmann's comments, I think that's what he's waiting for. It does annoy me a little bit that the players wait for Champions League, but at the same time, watching the Champions League this year and the fact that United players are not in it, if I was a player, I'd be striving. That's the elite football, and that's where you need to be playing. And that's where, if Griezmann wants to make a step up in his career, he needs to be playing Champions League football. So it needs to happen for him to come, in my eyes. I think there's a possibility he could without, but it's more likely if we get it. So yeah, we've got that on the line as well, which is a strange mentality for a football player, that going into a game, because you're basically playing for the fact that, are you going to be replaced or not? Which is it must be hard, but again, you're professional, you've got to block it out and go win that trophy. Yeah,
definitely. Just on the subject of Ajax, I just had a little glimpse of what's going on, and it does make me nervous, I've got to be honest with you, but this is our opportunity. it'd be wrong to not think about the fact that Liverpool were in this situation last year, Ross, against Sevilla. And at half-time, they were 1-0 up, thinking they're going in the Champions League. It's a massive gamble, isn't it? I mean, look, I don't want to mention this. Hopefully, I'll never have to mention it again. But if we were to lose, I know what I would say, because people who've been watching the United stand will know I've said it all season. You can't do both, and there is a risk doing the Europa League. I think Mourinho wanted to try and do both. I don't think he set aside top 4 until the last few weeks. But this is what football's all about. It's nervous, isn't it? I mean, it's funny enough. I was speaking to somebody about the treble a couple of days ago, because obviously I was 17 at the time and able to drink, which was great. And we'd won the league and we won the FA Cup, and it was a double season. But I tell you what, with 2 minutes to go in that game, when you're 1-0 down to Bayern Munich, I'd have chucked the league and the FA Cup out the window. It meant nothing. It was all about that European Cup. The treble was fantastic and unprecedented, but it was winning the European Cup, because we'd never won it, and it was so important. And I thought it was gone. So it's irrelevant, really, whether we've got top 4, apart from the fact that it gets us Champions League. We should be treating this not as the Champions League is the prize. It's the trophy that's the prize, the trophy that we've never won. Just go and bloody win it. Just go and win it.
Yeah, do you know what is good to add, though, as well, is that I think Alex said it in the group chat earlier, and Kev was alluding to it as well when he was on earlier. It was great to hear Kev again, by the way. But there is a little bit of pressure taken off when you do go into these huge games with league titles and FA Cups behind you, knowing that you're already at the pinnacle of English football. All you've just got to do is show it in Europe now. I've never seen a game like this where the whole season comes down to one game. It's fail, the whole season's a failure, or win. And because even them seasons we got knocked out of the Champions League to Barca 2 years in a row, we still won the league. You know, the season wasn't a failure. It was just annoying we didn't win sort of back-to-back Europa League, Champions Leagues. But there's so much pressure on the lads today, more pressure than, maybe not as much pressure as 99, because like you say, winning that first Champions League trophy in so long must have been a huge relief for Ferguson, because that's pretty much all he wanted out of his career. But tonight, it's sorry to swear, but it's shit or bust for me. There's no loss for me. It has to be a win.
I'll tell you what, I don't think we're helping the nerves on the live comments, and I apologise for that. But what I would say about nerves is the more nervous you get when we do win, if we do win, the release is better as well. It's sort of like the more nervous you get, the more the elation is, but it's a gamble, as Ross says there. But yeah, I think there was two things I was going to say. Benji Gribben says it wasn't the first time we won the European Cup in '99. I know that. Not stupid. I mean, it was just so long since we'd won it, and it was so important that we won it. The second thing I was going to say sort of slipped from my head for a moment. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, it was something to do with getting nervous. I forget. But on the Smalling-Jones thing, would you have played Jones, or are you happy with Smalling?
Yeah, it's a strange one, that, to be honest, for me, because I think you said it earlier in the group chat. Smalling's been getting a lot of stick today.
And there's we're selling him as well. Mark Ogden says we're selling him. I replied to Mark Ogden, who's I think he's with the Independent, he's one of the journalists there. I said, yeah, we're putting someone on the transfer list who we're going to play in the final. I mean, if we're selling Smalling, we're definitely selling Jones, because he'd just play Jones. If he didn't fancy Smalling, he'd play Jones.
I don't really like that Mark Ogden. I think he's a bit of a dick anyway. But regardless of who we're selling, I think Smalling is a better defender than Phil Jones. I don't know where the outcry for Phil Jones to play today. I don't know what form he's shown that people are crying for him to play. I think that they're both out of form. They've both had bad seasons. I know Jones had 5 or 6 games where he looked good with Rojo, but that all went tits up when he got injured. So and he come back and he was abysmal, to be honest, since he's come back. Then he got injured again, and he come back again. So for me, I'd put it down to the Smalling-Blind partnership that we had last season. I know they were guarded by Carrick and Schneiderlin, but they were absolutely solid. And they're the only partnership really, apart from Smalling and Jones, which I think to be honest, I think they scare each other into making mistakes when they're playing together. I think Blind's calm head helps Smalling. I think Smalling's aerial presence helps Blind out when he needs. I think they between the two of them, they kind of make one decent centre back.
I've got a point to make, but I'm just going to make another one just to probably make people feel a little bit more nervous. But when I think about big Manchester United European finals, history would show us that tonight's probably not going to be the most comfortable ride. 99 was a bloody nightmare until the ultimate release in the last 2 minutes. 2008 was arguably worse because John Terry's kick would have won the Chelsea hit and he slipped, but we still won it. So I'm not, that makes me feel a bit sick because I obviously experienced both of those and the elation to win it was great, but I don't want to go through those near misses of losing it. They were horrible. It'd be nice to win a cup final and win it comfortably and be sat there with the last 10 minutes knowing you've got a cigar on, but we'll wait and see. But one thing I did want to mention, Ross, as well, is that whatever the people think about the lineup, and I am happy with it. I would have made one change, but I'm open about that, and I'm certainly not ranting about the team that it's out. But the one thing I would say about it is, as long as we can keep 11 people on the pitch and no one gets sent off, if it doesn't work out and we maybe do go 1-0 down or it's 0-0 or whatever, I can see a lot of changes that we can make to mix up this team. I mean, you can drop Mata into midfield 3, take Fellaini off, bring Lingard or Martial on. You can take Rashford off and bring Martial on and put Rashford out wide. If we need to go for it, you can chuck Fellaini in up as a number 10 and chuck Carrick into the midfield. There's a lot of... If one of the defenders doesn't play well, we've got, Phil Jones, like people have said, Fosu Mensah. We actually have got, despite all the injuries we've had, Zlatan, Rojo... That squad of players, I mean, we've probably not got much more than that. We'd have to put Tuanzebe on the bench, but we have enough players on that bench, especially, to mix up lots of different situations.
Yeah, and you could see a Louis van Gaal masterclass, and he could bring David De Gea if, God forbid, it goes to penalties, but which would be strange. But do you know what? I wouldn't put it past Jose either. But yeah, there's a lot of change. I mean, even Fosu, Mensah to come on and play. Do you know what? If we take the lead in this game and we get to the last 20 minutes and the lead's tight, it's by 1 goal, I think you will see Fosu meant to come on because it'll shore up that defence and shore up the defensive side of midfield as well. So much. I mean, every player, for me, apart from Wayne Rooney, which I find depressing to say, has a good stake to come on and change the game. I think Rooney's the only player in my eyes, and I don't want to criticise Rooney today, but just on the tactics of the game, I think he's the only one that can't make a tactical difference, to be honest. I would have said for set pieces, but they've even gone off the boil now as well. So anyone but him, to be honest, for me.
Yes. Everybody, please do drop a like. We've never had 2,000 likes before on a watch along, so that'd be fantastic because we've not even had kickoff and we're nearly at 1,500. We're also very close to 90,000 subscribers. So if you are new, remember to subscribe in the bottom right hand corner and make sure you click the bell because we're a live content channel, live at 8:30 every night and 7 a.m. every morning, covering all the latest Manchester United news, always with the live chat and you lot involved. We have Skype shows where you can Skype in like Ross is now. Lots to get involved with. But also, share the video. I'm just seeing we're at 3,500. It'd be nice to get up to 4,000. So share it. There's a share button below. Retweet our tweets, everything like that. Let's get as many people involved as possible. And also, just to let you know, at half-time, we're giving away the Manchester United away shirt. The link is in the video description how you enter that. And no matter what, Ross, I don't know whether you're going to come back and join us. Full-time, we normally end it and I'll do a separate match reaction. Tonight, no matter what happens, win or lose, we will stay live on this stream for an hour afterwards and discuss the situation, and hopefully we'll be reacting happily to a win. But if it's the other way, we'll be reacting badly to that and discussing that as well. So we're on for a long time tonight, and please stay with us or come back to us or whatever it is you're going to do and get involved. The most vibrant Manchester United community on YouTube. Someone's talking about UFC and boxing. Maybe it's just making them take their mind off the game. United standing the chance. Thank you. Mark Davis says if we had Schweinsteiger, we'd be able to deal with the enormity of the game. I think we've got a lot of experience in the team, though, Ross. Really, I mean, I've said it to Kev. I said it before Kev went live. I'll say it to you now. Valencia's not played much over the last weeks. Rashford's not played much. Herrera's not played much. Pogba's not played much. Mata's not played much. Those 5 players in themselves are probably our most consistent performers this season. they're massive tonight. And then, like you said, if Mkhitaryan can actually have a good game, and people like if Blind and Smalling can have a partnership like they did last season, Romero stays consistent. I mean, Darmian's a good defender. I think it's him getting forward that worries me because it's not his game. But the opportunity's there. If the players turn up, the opportunity is there to be grasped. And if Ajax turn up and we turn up, and Ajax are this super team that everyone expects them to be, and the players off the ground and they win it, it's going to hurt. But as long as we turn up, that's all we can ask.
Yeah, exactly. I think if we lose 4-3, you'd clap Ajax off the pitch. If we lose 1-0 because we've tried to sit back and hold, and cling on to 0-0, we'll all be furious, and the match reaction will be just a huge rant. On the Darmian thing, I think that's the beauty of playing Juan Mata, is the fact that he glides around the pitch so freely that it kind of, we don't need Darmian to go forward because Mata provides the support on the left also. So it just allows Darmian to concentrate on what he's good at, which is defending. And they're not really much of an aerial threat, which I think is the worst part of his game. So, I have no problem with Darmian playing today. I would have played Darmian on the left than not have Blind at centre back. I just think that given Blind, I think Daley Blind's form has been actually since he's had to step in at centre back since Rojo and pretty much all our centre backs got injured. I think he's been phenomenal for us. He's made the odd mistakes, which we know he does, but his overall game's been fantastic, and he's probably out of all our defenders at defending, I have most faith in Daley Blind today. So just shows again how far you can come even through a few injuries. It'd be interesting to see if he's worked his way into maybe our season's plans next year, because he's so versatile. And I remember all of our great squads, we always had a player that could play anywhere across the back and pretty much anywhere across the midfield as well. And I think Blind is one of them players for me. So yeah, immense faith in him today, and pretty much all around the pitch, to be honest. Like you say about Valencia and everyone, I'm confident that Valencia can deliver us one of his best performances of the season, which have been worldies, which is why he won Player of the Year, or Players Player of the Year, I think he won. But yeah, confident, nervous, but excited, mate, excited.
Yes, I think we all are, but I understand the nerves. We will have the minute silence as well when the players do it as well. And I must just remind you all as well, we're not hiding the fact that this game is being beamed on YouTube tonight by BT Sports, which is fantastic. So everybody can watch it. Obviously, if you're part of the Watchalongs and you've done the Watchalongs with us all season, I know that a lot of you enjoy it and you want to stay part of this community where thousands of people, United fans, are watching the game together, interacting on the live comments. So, you know what? If your computer can handle it, open up 2 browsers. Have the game on one side, have the Watchalong on the other, mute the game commentary, and have ours. Have us interact with all us lot and your live comments. I think,
it's also on Freeview as well, isn't it?
It's also on Freeview as well, so you don't even have to. You can have your laptop with us. And that with that. Look, you know what? I think it's fantastic that they're showing it, but I've said it about BT before. I think the commentary teams are rubbish. I really do. And, I think what we have on here is great. So get in and get involved and stay involved. And obviously we're live straight after the game and at half-time as well. At half-time we're giving away that top, which... we'll do that in a moment. I'll tell you how you can enter that in a minute.
Which is, just to butt in, one of the best away kits I've seen in a long time. I think it's fantastic.
Have you got it yet?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting to go. I'm going to go to the first game of next season and get it then. But yeah, I'm jealous. Whoever wins that, I'm going to be very jealous.
I don't buy them anymore, but I was in town last week and I saw it and I thought, you know what? I was very tempted because it's lovely. One of my favourite Manchester United away kits was the Sharp ViewCam black one from the 90s, and I really like it, but this is better because that Sharp ViewCam had fluorescent yellow bits on it. This is just very, very, very classy. In fact, I may as well do it while I've got you talking about that. So if you want to win a Manchester United away top, we are giving one away at half time today. The link is in the video description. The second paragraph explains how to enter. It will take you to this page because it is BetBright who are doing it. So you sign up, you place your bet, you get a free bet, but you'll go into the draw to win the shirt. And just to help you out, remember you've got to be over 18 and do gamble responsibly and all that jazz. But being a Manchester United Ajax game, once you've signed up, if you go to Manchester United versus Ajax, which we have here, I'll tell you what bets I would do. If you're not really a risk taker, I think both teams to score at 2.0, £10 bet, get 20 quid back is a very good bet. If you fancy something a little bit outside with better odds on it, anytime scorer, first goal scorer, Mkhitaryan's got a very good record in the Europa League, 6.50. That would win you 65 quid with a £10 bet. I'd quite fancy that.
6.5, wow.
Yep, and why have you done that already?
Yeah, I've done that, and I got, I think I got 5.
Yeah.
Is,
you can get 5.50 for Rashford.
Oh, wow.
But, and again, if you fancy just doubling your money, Manchester United to win the game outright is 2-0, so a tenner wins you 20 quid. So, Ross, you always fancy a bet. What did you do?
I've done Mkhitaryan to score first, and I've backed that up with Rashford to score first also.
Yeah.
So I'm only going to win one of them, and I've done United 3-0.
They do sometimes do. Let's have a look. Have they done a match result one? Well, they've got match result and both teams to score. Manchester United and yes. Manchester United to win and both teams to score at 4.50. Tenner, 45 quid back. I think that's good value as well. But there you go. That's how you do it. That's how you enter if you want to win the Manchester United away shirt. And we'll be announcing that at half time. If I ever come back, that's great. Sometimes this freezes. We would not want a live stream to freeze on that page. But yes, that's how you do it. We'll be giving away that shirt at half time. Get yourself signed up. You've still got 20 minutes to do it. Get your bet on, and we'll give it away at half time. And by the last one we did, I think we had between 5 and 20 sign-ups. So you've got a between 5 and 20 to 1 chance of winning it, which is very, very good. And it's available in any size. We haven't physically got it at the moment. The winner will tell what size they want as well. So and also I must just clarify, because I know we get people moaning, I don't like betting or anything like that. That's perfectly fine. If you don't like betting, Sunday night our season review show, we're giving away 2, and you don't have to bet or anything on that. It's just us giving those away. That's somebody who's given us that prize for today to give away, and obviously part of that is what they're promoting. We're going to give 2 away on Sunday night on the season review show, which on the website from Friday we'll be putting all the categories out: best player of the year, best signing of the year, flop of the year, most improved player of the year, young player of the year. There's about 10 categories. You will vote for them on the website and through the YouTube, and we'll be doing our awards show on Sunday night, which hopefully you'll be joining us for, Ross. But a lot of those rewards will probably be based on what happens tonight, because I suspect there'll be a few United fans reacting quite frustrated if we get this wrong tonight. Like you said, It's a one-season game, isn't it?
It is a one-season game, which I've never seen pretty much in my whole United fan career. There's a lot, but it's easy to get nervous, and the players, it's easy for them to get nervous, but you can't, because you just got to trust in your own abilities, and each individual player's got to do that. And you know what? When you got players, a lot's talked about the transfer fee, but when you've got the world's most expensive player on your team, you've got to think about how nervous Ajax are going to feel playing with players like that. So, as nervous as United are going to be, it's exactly the same for Ajax. They haven't even been in a league final, in a European Cup final in quite a long time, if I can remember rightly. So they're going to be just as nervous, and if anything, I think nerves will fall to the more inexperienced players. So again, I think United have got an advantage there.
Yeah, it's a good point about Ajax. They've had a really, really a good season, but when you look at that season, they've not been so effective away from home. Very good at home against Leon. Went to Leon and got turned over quite comprehensively. This is not Ajax. I just keep coming back to it. I really do think that it's all about the first 20 minutes, because Ajax are so young. If we go into this game and sort of not rough them up physically, but rough them up in the sense of oh, we weren't expecting this United side. Their heads might drop because they're young. If they have a good first 20 minutes, we know what youngsters are like. They grow, they feed off confidence, they won't get overawed. It's really important that we take the game to them in the first 20 minutes and don't let them have it all their own way.
Exactly, and that's been my my biggest moan about other teams that have played United this season, is that they tend to sit back. But that's stopped happening now. Teams are attacking us again, and if we played like we did in the first 4 months of the season with teams that are actually attacking us, would have blown teams apart. It's the fact that we've got into this negative style of football when teams attack us, which I don't like. And do you know what? It could be a Jose masterclass. He might have built all this crap form up to this game, knowing that the team can turn it around. It might have been a master plan, because I don't think there's any hiding from the fact that Jose probably picked his team for this about 3-4 weeks ago, and he probably has been he's been concentrating on this game ever since. So there's no excuses for me. Absolutely no excuses. We have to go out there and win. An early goal will settle everyone's nerves. If we can get a goal in the first 10 minutes, I think that'll just cherry on the cake for me.
A lot of people asking for a dab. Look, I'll dab for you naked if you want me to, if we win it. I'm not dabbing before it. That's just I'll get the blame then if I dabbed before it.
You've said it now, Mike. You've got to do a naked dab if we win.
To be honest, the amount of beers I'm getting through this, I probably would. I'll take you on a street tour while I'm doing it. But yeah, it's are you coming back at half time, Ross?
Yeah, I'm on if you haven't got anyone else.
And you're more than welcome to come back at full time. Depends how you feel.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'd love to actually. Yeah, fantastic.
But I'll let you get settled in.
Cool. I'm going.
May the force be with you, pal.
Now. That's it, mate. That's it. And I hope the watch-along goes well. We'll have it on. And wish the team luck. Go on, United.
Come on. I'll speak to you in a bit, pal.
Yeah, man.
You can follow Ross on Twitter at Hazza90. He'll be back at half time and full time. I'm going to have Mad Marcus joining me as per usual when the game kicks off, and we'll be getting there early enough so that we can see the minute silence, which obviously everybody will want to take part in. But before I get Marcus on, remember, if you are somebody who fancies a little dabble on the game, and you would like to win a Manchester United away top, the new away top, the link is in the video description. Get on it quickly because you've got to have entered it before half time. And also, can you just let me know this, people? If you're new, make sure you've subscribed. We're very close to 90,000. If we could do it before kickoff, that would be great. But what I want you to do for me now is to tell me what the time is. What's going on here? I don't want this going on. This is what happens when your bloody kids get hold of your telly. What I want you to do is tell me where you are watching from, and we'll do that whole around the world thing. I ain't bloody joking here. Kids have been messing around with the telly. What have they done? I've got it back. There was nearly trouble of the big variety there. Oh, get out! Here we go. Oh, come on! This is not funny now. This is getting silly. Oh, I know why. It's all right. We're on the game. Okay, so Jenska is in Norway. We've got Toronto. We've got Tipperary, Watford, Northern Ireland, LA, London, Manchester, Gazamania. Let's do it for Manchester. Malta, Singapore, Jamaica, Ireland, Philadelphia, Northern Ireland, Philippines, Singapore, Bath, Birmingham in Dudley in Birmingham. We've got Bulgaria, we've got Northern Ireland again, we've got Ethiopia, Jamaica, Bulgaria again, Germany, Dubai, Jamaica, Dublin, South Yorkshire, Bermuda, Norwich, Ireland, County Carlow, Essex, Yokohama, Japan, Jamaica, Northern Ireland. I've not seen any Aussies yet. Where are you all? It's alright, I'm making sure that I can get this the match set up as well. Houston, Texas, Lancaster, Virginia, Yeovil, Bulgaria again, and we've got California, Greece, Nevada, Jamaica, USA, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia. I tell you what, the whole point of this just shows what Manchester United are all about. Global support, global club, and you're all very welcome. And the reason I do that on every watch along is basically just to hammer home that Manchester United, especially today, is not just about being from Manchester. It is about what Manchester United is, and it is about the club that we are. And we know what we are. We're all united tonight behind this massive, massive game for Manchester United. Bring it home for Manchester. We know the reasons why. Bring it home for Manchester United because we need to win this trophy. Bring it home with passion and pride in the shirt. Just turn up, lads. Turn up, lads. And you've got our backing. We're all behind you. Doesn't matter who's been picked. Doesn't matter what we would have done. This is Mourinho's men. This is the people he's trusted. Let's hope the game plan works. Let's take it to Ajax. Look, for 90 minutes, they're the opposition we've got to beat. They're kids. Humiliate them. Get all over them. Don't let them settle. Play our game. As I said before, they can go on about young players, but Rashford's better than every one of them. They can go on about how good they are, but Pogba's potentially the best player on that pitch. The experience of people like Mata, Valencia and Herrera, massively important. Just turn up, get it done, get out there, make us proud, win this game, get the job done, and just get it done. Just get it done. That's what I would say. One of the biggest games in our history. Well, we've never won this trophy before. This one on my right, we've never won it before. It means so much. We know it's more than football, but it meant so before that tragedy the other night. It meant so much anyway. It now means even more. Let's do it. Let's get it won. But at the end of the day, if the players get out there and do what they can do, that's all we can ask. And let's do it. Let's do it. We're very, very close. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. We don't want him. Brad Gamester, we don't want any missed opportunities tonight. We don't want that. Let's be clinical, focused, and win this game of football. It's ours for the taking, says Neil Johnson. Lingard isn't starting. The starting lineup: Romero, Valencia, Smalling, Blind, Darmian, Herrera, Pogba, Fellaini, Mata, Mkhitaryan, and Rashford up front. The bench: De Gea, Vozimenza, Jones, Carrick, Rooney, Lingard, Martial. As I was saying to Ross, we've got options on that bench if it's not working out, but let's make it work. Let's make it work. Right. Take a deep breath. It's about to get real. I'm one of them people that get more nervous when the kickoff comes. Probably not in the minority, but yes, let's get it won. Deep breath. We're all emotional anyway, and we would be emotional, but obviously with everything that's gone on, there's an added emotion, and I just don't know about you, but I want us to get the ball in the back of the net. I want to have a release, and come on, lads, give it to us. Give it to us. Rivers feeling sick with nerves. We need to cheer up Manchester, says Ewan Gordon. Glory, glory, Manchester United, says Joe. Like the video, says Shiva. The players look up for it, says Professor Fat Cakes. Adrian saying that Mata's got injured before the warm-up. Yeah, whatever. Let's go win for Griezmann, says Jamie Rigby. Well, I think he means that if we win this, we'll get Griezmann, which I totally agree. Nick is very nervous right now. Look. Don't feel bad for feeling nervous. It shows that you care. It shows that you care. We're very close to 2,000 likes. We've never done that before. Keep getting involved. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm going to get Mad Marcus on, or Mad Marcus could help me and actually call me. I must just remind you, we'll have the timer up on the screen. The link is in the video description. It is live on YouTube on BT Sports. They've got it up live on YouTube. I'm not going to move away from that. What I would say, get two browsers open. Mute their commentary because it's normally very poor. The commentators are okay, but the co-commentators is normally rubbish. Have it open, watch the game, and have us on the other half and interact. That'd be great. Gungshi's made a contribution. Thanks for that, Gungshi. He says, glad to be watching this with all the United Stand family. Come on, United. Couldn't have put it better myself. Look, you can go off and watch the game. Watch the game. You can go off and watch the game on your own, or you can watch the game with about 3,000 Manchester United fans all together with the live comments and feel part of the Manchester United community on this massive, massive night. So do stay with us. If you're going to go off, though, we will be live all the way through half-time, all the way till full-time. And then afterwards, no matter what, we're staying live for about an hour, hopefully celebrating a massive, massive win. But if the worst happens, we'll be there discussing that as well. So we're live right the way till about 11 o'clock. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. It's about to get real. Marcus, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Pumped, mate. Cannot wait.
Yes. A few people saying that Gungshi's contributed £500. It's not. It's $500 of whatever his domination in his country is. But it's very, 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 very well received. Thanks for that, Gungshi. But don't everybody go thinking he's bankrupted himself. We're getting close to 90,000 subscribers as well. I'd love to do it before kickoff, but to be honest, if we do it, it's fantastic to do it on a special night. And I hope it's one of two great things that we actually are going to win this trophy, Marcus. Looking at the ground, looking at the stadium, it's real. It's about to get very real.
This is as real as it gets, and I hope that when these players, they cross that white line, they give it all. They absolutely give their absolute best. I hope to see big performances tonight from players that we've not really seen massive big performances from all season. And by the time the 90 minutes is up, if the game's won, if they lose, I hope they just give it everything they've got. But for me, I cannot see a loss on the cards, mate. I just cannot see it. Jose's a masterclass in games like this. He's a speciality in finals. He knows how to set up, he knows how to win games. And as long as we win, that's all I care about.
Yeah, we will be doing the minute silence, by the way, in relation to what's going to go on. Marcus, if you could just talk a minute, I just need to sort of a couple of things out. Take me 10 seconds, but
go for it. Yeah, go for it. So let's quick read of the comments then before he comes on. Marcus, do you work on live chat whilst you're on air or just when you're not on? From Jamie. Yeah, I do it both. Juan Carlos Riaz Guajardo. Mark, that contribution is still around £15. Yeah, I'll tell him when he comes back. Let's hit 90,000 guys on a special occasion. We can win the trophy. We can make sure we've got every trophy in the cabinet tonight, apart from the one in the summer, the Super Cup, I think it is. So let's get 90,000 subs and let's have a fantastic night.
We've got a bit of a race going on here, actually, because we're on 1994 likes. We've never gone past 2,000 before, and we're on 89993 subs. So one of them's going to pass it first, and I think it's probably going to be the likes.
I think subscribers will do it.
I tell you what, subscribers beat the likes. We've hit 90,000. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. That's an amazing start. Hopefully, that's a sign of what's going to come. Oh no, we're down to 80. Somebody's messing around a bit, but. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come tonight. And we've gone over 2,000 likes as well. So a double whammy. Thanks for everybody who's getting involved. If you are new, to be honest, look, all I can say is as the road to 100,000 starts now, but you know it's your channel. You know we can't do it without you. You know I would never do this content just pre-recorded. It's got to be live. It's got to have the live comments. You're all fantastic. And just please remember that we'll be live tomorrow night at 8:30 with the Skype show where you can all Skype in. And 7 a.m. every morning with the transfer stuff. And I just keep getting involved. The summer, it actually gets busier. As stupid as that sounds, we get busier in the summer because there's so much to discuss about transfers. Obviously, the US tour will start and all that jazz. Loads to discuss. So get involved live every day twice.
This is it. They're coming out.
This is it. But we will be doing the minute silence. So obviously, I had to take a video down last night because I got very emotional. But I will let you know the second that it starts.
Are you watching it on YouTube, Mark, or the TV?
I've got it up on my TV.
You're on TV.
I think the minute silence started now, but there's people singing.
Surely not.
It has started.
Right.
That was really poorly done on the TV. I apologise about that. That was really badly done because they didn't really announce it. There was people singing in the crowd. Scum. Absolute scum. But we're doing this for Manchester. We win the game, and that's what it's all about. But yeah, disappointing that is.
There's a comment here I'd like to read out. IJH3000. He says he's from Liverpool. He sends his thoughts to everyone at Manchester. He's an Evertonian, but good luck United. I feel Mkhitaryan will be world class today.
Yeah, let's just turn up and win this game of football. That's what it's all about. It's there to be played. I think it's right that it's played. And God, in 90 minutes' time, we're going to know the truth.
That's it. We're going to know where our destiny lies next season.
Yeah, it's a one game season. It's amazing, really, absolutely amazing.
I'm very surprised they've got Cliver on the bench. I thought he would have been a shoo-in to start this game.
Remember, if you're struggling to watch a stream, we've got the link in the video description because BT are showing it live on YouTube, so you can watch that. All I'd say is open up a couple of browsers, stick with the United community while the game's on, but don't not see the game unless you just enjoy watching us watch it. But you don't have to miss it tonight. It's live on YouTube with BT Sports. Sync in with our stream, mute their audio, and let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Man United. This is what it's all about.
Come on. Valencia's captain tonight.
Yeah, Valencia captain. Can't speak a word of English. I think he can, but he did his interview the other day and he wasn't speaking English. So
I really hope this is the Man United we all want to see turn up tonight. A one-off game.
Well, we'll feed it into you, obviously, the minute the game kicks off, which reminds me, I need to get the timer. But as I've said so many times, it's all about this first 10 minutes. It's what we do in the first 10 minutes. Are we going to let Ajax play? No, here's the minute silence.
Oh.
I'll let you all know when it starts. If you can try not to comment.
What?
Okay, that's it. It's done.
Here we go. Come on.
I think they're doing an applause thing now. Which, to be honest, I've never really been much of a fan of a minute's applause, but I know some people are.
I like it. I'm not one for trying not to dwell on things, and I think a minute's applause is a good way of appreciation.
Yeah, I think it is for someone like Roger Moore, but I think when it's what's happened 2 days ago and it's kids and that, I don't know. But each to their own. Each to their own. Emotions are running high. I appreciate that. I know people are angry, some are sad, some don't think the game should go ahead. I respect everybody's opinion. As I said before, cocktail of opinion, of emotion for me. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm massively sad, which makes for we should just be excited and nervous, but we've got that massive sadness hanging over us, which just makes for a weird cocktail of emotions. But it's right that the game goes ahead, and now that the game is going ahead, I just hope United can do it. The timer will start underneath 0-0 to my left as soon as this game kicks off, which is about to be any second now. First 20 minutes are key, folks. Let's get at them.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
We're on. It's on. Well, straight away, it's a long ball out to the right to Fellaini, and the ball stayed in here. Good interception by Herrera.
Yep.
Good ball by United to start off with. Mata looking for Mkhitaryan. Keeper makes a mistake, drops it. Pogba can't get it out his feet and shoots wide on the volley. Well, that's what we want from United, a decent start. Keeper's poleaxed his own defender. Very difficult for Pogba to do anything about it because it was up in the air for a long time. But he did it, the volley. and a big mistake between the keeper and the centre-back there, which is good for United, putting nerves into their back four straight away.
Straight away, it's the experience of the team, isn't it? I mean, that's a young back four they've got, so with our experience, let's go out and let's unsettle them, and hopefully rustle a few feathers, and
it's exactly what we need to do. It's exactly what I've been saying for the last 2 hours and in the preview, and all you lot have been saying it as well. This Ajax team might be a good team, but it's a young team. Make them nervous, make it an intimidating atmosphere. As much as we're nervous, this is a young Ajax team. They've not won a trophy in Europe for a long time. If they think they're going to get it their own way against a big club like Manchester United and all the experience that we've got to impose that.
That's it, yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of players on our side are got experience.
I think that's why Smalling's important straight away as well. Long ball up to Goldbridge, Smalling's up on him.
Yeah, definite height advantage with him there.
And Fellaini could be very important for that as well.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, between Fellaini and Lingard, I would have preferred Fellaini to start tonight, without a doubt. I just think his work rate is better than Lingard's. He hasn't got the speed of Lingard, but at least a guy can do something with the ball, and.
It's a free kick for United here. It's quite central, but Daley Blin's out on it. Everyone's on the edge of the box. I think he'll probably look to whip it over to for Smalling. Cross comes in. Keeper nearly poleaxes himself again, but he does catch it that time. But good tactic by United. That puts some high ball into the box. Game started, folks. 2 minutes in. Look above the score on my right. On my left to you, or might be a right. I'm mixed up. But you can see the timer is up and running. Still 0-0, obviously. But we are 2 minutes and 20 seconds in. I think United have started off exactly how I would have wanted them to. Ajax not being allowed to settle. And the longer that... It's another little interception there. Oh, Fellaini in. Mkhitaryan on the edge of the box. Looking for a cross. Rashford. Oh. We're pressing well, though. We are pressing them well.
Yeah. Funny, I thought before the game that Ajax, they got a reputation in Europa League this morning for this season for being a pressing team. I thought they would have come out the blocks and really gone for the throat, but it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's been a very, very good start. Exactly what we want to see.
I mean, this team of ours, they want the Champions League. You can see that in the first 3.5, 4 minutes of play.
Yeah, we're pressing them. We're making them make mistakes, and that's normally the other way round. So, very, very pleased with the start. What are you all lot thinking? We're playing hard. Let's go, says Brandon. Let's get at them, says Dante Roa. Come on, United, says DST Dortchy. And Dan Savell, we need to win for Manchester. And Ajax dodgy at the back, says John Allen. Well, we all know that. Every person, whatever you've read, whatever preview article you've read, whether it was ours or anybody else, Ajax are dodgy at the back. And the only way to cause an issue with the team that's dodgy at the back is to ask them questions at the back.
This is it. It's a young back four, isn't it? So, hopefully Rashford's speed and experience, his runs in behind where he's running off the shoulder, in the Premier League, pretty much. So hopefully he can do that tonight and replicate his league form.
Nice little run from Pogba. Marcel's made a contribution. Marcus is the best ever. Shout out to Anonymous. I don't know what's about there, but that's for you, Marcus. Pal.
Cheers, pal.
But I think Smalling's had a good start as well. I know I don't want to give the kiss of death, but he's done exactly why I would have started him. He's been quite dominant in the air. Dolberg's quite quite tall, and he's had quite a good start. Wasteful ball by Ajax there. I feel a little bit better at the moment because we've started good. Like Sagni says, United showing intent. That's good to see. Exactly, we've started off with in the right way.
It's a very positive first 5 minutes.
And we're trying to hit Fellaini with the long ball as well from the keeper, which is again. He towers above their midfield. And Smalling's winning everything off Dolberg. It's a good start. Inda Bain says sub Fellaini off is the reason we've drawn so many games. Well, at the moment, everyone's doing quite well.
Oh, do you know what? I think a few of these players, this is the last game of the season. They've got a point to prove here to stay in Mourinho's plans for next season.
Yeah.
So, I would expect big performances If Lingard comes on, I'd expect a performance from him. I mean, the big talking point will be Rooney, won't it, if he comes on?
Yeah, he always seems to bring Rooney on, and I've said it so many times. Whenever Rooney comes on, we seem to go from whatever gear we are down a gear. And if he does come on, we need to go up a gear. I think Martial and Lingard could be more important, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, if he comes on and Fellaini's still on the pitch, then I think it's going to cause problems.
To be honest, people are asking how Ajax have started. They're making a lot of mistakes. They're giving the ball away a lot. And when we get hold of the ball, Pogba's looking up for it. He's had a couple of runs. It's a nice little roll into Rashford. He's right on the edge of the box, though. He's going to have to find a pass. He's done well.
I mean, Herrera's got his foot in on a couple of challenges already as well.
It's offside. Tommy Spooner, he's got a West Ham thing next to him, but he says my nanny's better than Rooney. Rahaf Arafan says, is anyone else from Oldham? I'm not. Marcus isn't.
Oh.
Look, we're very early into this game, but I've been pretty pleased with United's start so far. We're picking up a lot of the second balls, which is important in a game like this. And without creating anything, we're certainly edging it at the moment.
If there is one criticism to be had in so far, it's probably that we haven't had a shot on target yet.
Well, Herrera's sitting, and they're trying to use Fellaini more advanced. Pogba's playing quite deep as well. And again, another bad pass by Ajax. So it's a bit of a subdued start by Ajax, and a decent start by United is what I would summarise it as. I'm happy with it at the moment, but remember, it's only 0-0.
Yeah, very much. United playing very much the way they would at Old Trafford, I suppose. Trying to get the crowd up for it from the first minute. They're going into the tackle.
Foul there. I think Rashford had him on toast and he took a tumble.
Yeah, looking for that one, I think, for me.
Yes, I would agree. He did catch him, to be fair. Ben Fillingham with the most premature comment I've seen. We're bullying them. We've got this in the bag. No, we've not.
I wouldn't say it's in the bag, not yet.
We've started off well. We just need to keep at it. And I did say the first 10 minutes were key, and it's gone exactly to plan so far. Ajax, young side, not getting any of the ball. We're winning the second balls. Daley Blind running in front of their defender there and taking it. Pogba again doing well. Rashford isn't offside. He's on. He's down the left.
Look up, kid.
Slow it down. Just take your time. That's gone out for a throw-in. Keep them in their half.
I mean, Mourinho's in the technical box, pushing his hands together, saying, get a bit tighter to him.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't say we're on top enough to say we deserve a goal, but if we could get a goal, Mata. Ooh, Fellaini was nearly on the end of it. It was a blast of a cross by Mata, and Fellaini nearly gets his head on the end of it. You'd think if Mata maybe could have just hit it a bit slower, to be honest. He sort of blasted it across.
Well, I mean, that's the...
if he'd hit it lower, I think Fellaini scores. If he just hit it... He sort of blasted it across. I mean, he didn't totally blast it, but it was a little bit too quick. I think if he just put a little less pace on it, it's 1-0.
Yeah, I mean...
People saying Fellaini should have scored.
That's what he's in there to do. That's the danger from him. I mean, the height has caused problems there for their centre-back. The centre-back, Fellaini's got a yard on him as well. Should have done better. James Payne saying Fellaini's almost playing a number 10 role.
Yeah, well, good.
As long as he's not in our half, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, we've always said it on this channel. A lot of people give us criticism about giving Fellaini flack, but he causes the most damage in the opposition's half, and I quite like where he's playing today. Really far, like Romero here with another long kick, Fellaini in the sort of number 10 position. A rubbish flick. He won the header, but it was a rubbish flick. And Some nice little bit of play, but Ajax get hold of it now. This is where you've got to win it back. God, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we started well. It doesn't do anything for the nerves.
It only takes one attempt from Ajax, and that's it, and it game playing out the window virtually.
Referee doesn't look like he wants to get the cards out of his pocket. Ross was saying in the preview that he'd like him to do it. To be honest,
no, I'll say let the game flow.
Let it run.
Let it flow. This is a one-off match. You know, who wants it most?
Who's it that
play
free
sensibly.
kick there? Absolutely atrocious gift away of possession, and it goes out for a goal kick. Pogba. It's well over here. Come on, let's just keep the ball for a bit.
What are you drinking tonight then, Mark?
Coke. I can't condone drinking alcohol on a watch-along, so yeah.
All right, okay.
It's something in a blue can.
Oh.
I know what you're drinking because you've
Pepsi.
already told me, yeah.
You see that picture this morning, did you?
Yeah. A big bottle of lemonade and 4 Cokes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Four bottles of lemonade, 4 bottles of Coke.
Right, Ajax have got a bit of the ball here. Need to be a little bit careful. Cross into the box. Pogba heads it away. And United get it clear. Take it time. Too many heavy balls, says the Red Devil podcast, which is a great comment, but I think it's representative of both sides so far. 1 or 2 passes moving a bit too hard. Maybe the pitch is a bit well watered, I don't know. But it was good defending by Pogba, as John Carles said. And can't blame Fellaini there, though.
No, just after that cross went in the box, I mean, Fellaini doing his duty there on the edge of the box. That's quite good to see. At least he's not in the penalty area. I think Ajax look like they're just trying to calm things down at the minute.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we're now 12 minutes in, Ajax having a bit of the ball. We don't want them to have the ball. Go on, Daly. Cross, yeah. Well done. Saeed saying he's been impressed with Mkhitaryan as well as Herrera and Smalling so far. I think everybody started well. Can't have any issues with anybody. Everybody has started well. Ajax starting to have a little bit more of the ball, but they are going to have the ball during the game. They're a footballing side. But every United player's had a bit of the ball, and that's what you want in the first few minutes of the game. 15 minutes now. It's fine.
I mean, as soon as Ajax have got the ball, though, I mean, Mourinho's in his technical area telling the players like to get closer, faster, quicker. Close, get them close down straight away. So, obviously, you don't want Ajax to have plenty of possession and play the ball around us.
Just want to give Beck a big shout out tonight. I know I can see what's going on. She's doing a fantastic job in the moderating. She'll be getting her own Manchester United away kit this summer anyway, for all that she's done for us. Marcus will be getting a Kit Kat.
You still owe me umpteen packets of what did you call them? Umpteen packets of something that you paid me in was it Skittles or something? I think.
Shot on goal for Ajax there. They got on a bit down the left. Oman says, what's the record number of views you've ever had? Well, we've got 4,800 people watching at the moment, which is fantastic. Massive United community on the United stand. But we did actually have 8,000 at one point, if people won't believe it, in the pre-season friendly against Wigan last year. Yeah. Of all games, there was 8,000 watching before. So, loads watching. This is the most likes we've ever had on a video.
We're also, a lot of people have said, like, Romero don't like the catch, he likes to punch. He could have quite easily punched that shot away there, just watching the replay back.
Yeah, and he
could have quite easily punched it, but he's called it, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the one thing I've always been critical of. If we can see it, I'm sure Mourinho can see it as well. And he's probably said to him, look, you need to work on that. Ajax coming into this game a little bit more at the moment. He's giving Ajax the throw there. No way.
Yeah. Surely that was United's throw.
Yeah. No, it is United's throw.
Yeah.
Could do the goal to settle us down, folks. That's for sure. Let's have a look. Jens Borval's made a contribution. United looking a little tentative, Mark. I think we started off well. First 10 minutes was ours. This 10 to 20 minute stage probably has gone a little bit towards Ajax. We just need to, this next 5 minutes, get hold of the little ball a bit. Why are we dropping back, says Snock24?
Well, I don't think we're dropping back.
Yeah, we've hit 90,000 subscribers, as Tipsy SLL says. Look, all I'd say about that is fantastic growth on the channel. It is your channel, as we keep telling you. But if you are new, remember tomorrow night we're live at 8:30. Crossing the box by Mkhitaryan, out to Pogba on the edge of the box. Herrera, not going to go anywhere other than a throw-in. We're live every night at 8:30, and we're live every morning at 7 a.m. with the transfer show. Tomorrow night's a Skype show where you can Skype in and dictate it. So if you have founders, we're not just live for watch-alongs. There's loads of content on the United stand, so make sure you get involved. More heavy ball, says Andrew Adams. Need to tighten it up. Of course, Mata's cross was heavy. If it had just took a little bit off that, I think it's 1-0 with Fellaini's header. But I wouldn't have called it a sitter by any chance. Here's Mata into the box. Needs to find a pass. Fellaini, give it to Pogba. Pogba might get a shot away. Deflects. Yes! Get in! Come on! Deflection off Pogba. 1-0 to Manchester United. Come on! It's been given as well. Mourinho looks to the skies. Was that symbolic? But it's 1-0. Come on! Definitely exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed, Marcus. Bit of luck for once.
That's it. Yeah, finally we're getting some luck in the game that matters. The game that matters, absolutely. I mean, we don't care how it goes in. We must win this game. Yeah,
that's the release. That's the release we've been looking for.
This is it. Ajax have got to come out now. They've got to go for it. Which, flip it the other way with Rashford's pace. We've already seen him get the better of the two central defenders. He can do it.
Look, it's a lucky goal. The keeper's probably got it where it's going. It deflects in off the defender, but it's the lead. It's the lead that we need, and I think we sort of do deserve it. I think we've started better than they have. Let me move Pogba from there to there.
You know what, basically, who gives a rat's, mate? It's in the back of the net. Who cares how it goes in? We're winning.
Feels good. Just now, in footballing terms, it's all about keeping it tight now. Next 10 minutes, keep it tight. Keep it tight and stay in the game. Yep. God, that was a release, wasn't it? We've wanted that. I think we've wanted that for the last God knows how long, but that's not good from United, and it's a corner now, well blocked by Smalling. Just don't. This is the most important time of a football match. When you've scored, don't give a goal away in the next 5 minutes. Now we've got the height from a corner. Let's be sensible and just, if we have to blast it up front and play long ball for 5 minutes, just do it.
Yeah.
And it's headed it over the bar. But this is a young side. We've said it time and time again. This is a young side. Let's just keep it tight. Let's stay in the game.
I mean, we've got to remember, we've still got to press them as well. I mean, don't let them, don't just sit back and let them have the ball and look for the pass.
I agree.
Still got to play that high pressing game.
It's a goal for nothing, isn't it, that one, really? Yep. Let's go and get a proper goal now and start to put this game to bed.
But the danger signs were there. Fellaini missed a chance. We've had good possession around their box. It's just been, we've not had a shot on target, but, Pogba's shot, it's deflected, it's gone in. Who cares, mate? It's a goal. We'll take that all day.
I'm not dabbing until we've bloody won the trophy, by the way. I'm no way dabbing before 90 minutes.
Don't forget, you've got to do a show naked as well.
No, I wouldn't inflict that on anybody. I don't actually feel any better being 1-0 up. I'm still massively nervous.
No, there's a couple of comments
I
that
do
saying
feel
it was
better.
just
I do feel
deflection. Who, yeah, sorry for saying it, but who gives a shit? Because I don't care whether it's deflection or not. This game has got so much riding on it.
How many times has Pogba at the post this season?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
deserves a bit of
transfers
luck.
are on this. Oh man, I mean, I read a comment earlier when before the game kicked off. A couple of people were saying that they've seen Griezmann in the stands.
All right.
So you know, if that's true, he might be liking what he's seeing.
Well, I just need to be careful now because Ajax are starting to come into this game a little bit, and yeah, we just got to stay careful. As Taib says, I hope he doesn't park the bus. There's no reason to change the way we're playing at the moment. It's been a decent start. We've made Ajax made mistakes. They're obviously going to try and react a bit now. Let's get back into that groove of making them make mistakes. Oh, another corner. You see, we're letting them invite them on now.
Well, I'd rather let it go out for a corner and let him have a shot on target. At least we got the height to deal with the corners.
Well out by Pogba. Edge of the box. Might get a shot away. Well blocked again. Was that Mkhitaryan? He's had a good start as well. I think everybody started off well. This
is what I want to see from United players, man. Like getting in front of the ball, putting the body on the line, doing it.
A lot of experience in this team as well. Mkhitaryan, very experienced. Mata, very experienced.
Yeah.
Fellaini, experienced. Herrera, experienced. Pogba's seen a lot of football.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Rashford's the young lad, but he's going to get booked in a minute, Mkhitaryan. No, he's not. Referee's willing to let it go. That's a good sign. He could have had a yellow card. He's done 2 of them.
I think third one, mate, you'll get a yellow.
Yeah, well, some refs had gave it after 2, so it's good to see that he's not got his cards in his hands. We do need a good 2-goal cushion, category HD. Oh, God, another bad pass by Ajax there. He's ringing me now. Yeah. Get out. I don't want PPI. Zahor wants us to time waste with 70 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, I'm all for that, mate, with 70 seconds, but we ain't going to be able to do that for good ball by Fellaini. Well done. Switches it out to the right. Valencia's got an acre to run into. Exposes his man into the box. Oh, it's a cracking shot and the keeper makes a save. Oh, God, if that goes in.
That could have been it. That could have been the one.
Absolutely took his fullback to opposite fullbacks, got the shot away, keeper palmed it out. Good tackle by Herrera.
By Mkhitaryan as well. You know, he's got the beating of his man
He's
as well.
Up and not look for the foul. Good tackle there by, is it Blind? Everybody's playing so well at the moment.
I mean, Valencia's getting down that right side very often as well.
Now Rashford into the flank. Loses it. The Red Devils 22 feels sick. I know what you mean, mate.
You know what? There was a great tackle from Herrera about 40 seconds ago. Fantastic tackle up by the right hand side.
Oh. Valencia nearly losing it there.
Oh, he's all right. I mean, Rashford's running the channels well.
Andrew Adams wants a gif of me of my celebration. Well, I don't do gifs. I'm sure somebody will sort it.
James B says Rashford looks knackered. He better not be.
Pogba's wasted that a bit there.
What's important in this first half as well, Mark, is we're still winning the 50-50 tackles as well.
Traore's just sold Pogba one there.
Come on, man.
As long as we keep the 2 banks of 4, we're all right. And I think we're quite well disciplined with that at the moment. When Ajax have got the ball, as Himish was saying and as we discussed in the preview last night, the thing is to keep a deep line against Ajax.
Yeah.
Darmian should take his time there. He just gifted away possession, but Rashford's done really well to keep it, but then loses it. Come on, you got to fight harder. Don't stand still. One thing Rooney had as a youngster, good tackle by Mata. Go on, Wan. Go on, Wan.
These players, they know what this means, man. They really do.
Oh, Mkhitaryan just didn't get right angle there, trying to get Rashford in a one-on-one.
The intensity these players have got is absolutely phenomenal here at the minute.
Well, Abdiamo has made a contribution. Thanks for that, Abby. And he said, what happened to the 5-second rule? Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, where is this Ajax get the ball back within 5 seconds? Because it's not been very evident, has it? But I'm just having a look at the Valencia shot back. Absolutely exposed him. You think he's going to cross it, and I think it was quite clever, actually. He tried to blast it into the bottom corner.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if he gets it right, it's 2-0. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too close to the keeper. But the game's in the balance. I've always said, 0-0, the next goal's important, but 1-0, the next goal's really important because it obviously you get a 2-goal margin or you're back level. So
I mean, when Valencia took that shot as well, the good thing was that I saw when Ajax broke out, Herrera filled in at right back. So that was pleasing to see. But I think the whole team here, I mean, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Mata, I mean, even Fellaini, they look dangerous.
Martin Jeffrey says United have put Ajax to bed so far. Well, that's not sort of too speaking too early. And Axel Rose says a day to bet on Ajax right now. It's 6-1. Look, if I wasn't a United fan, it's decent value. No, they're 13-1. I'd never bet against United to make money, but if you are not a United fan, it is probably quite good value. Not that I'm saying Ajax is going to get back into it. Smalling's got on the end of a crop. I mean, Smalling's height has been very important in this game. I totally, I've always been a Smalling fan anyway. But why people wanted Jones to start over Smalling, I just do not understand. Ajax giving the ball away a hell of a lot in this game as well, which is great. Their confidence is going to go through the basement.
They do not look comfortable whatsoever, and I think that's to do with United's pressing.
Yeah, well, they're a young team, aren't they? Too young a team, Ajax, says Anthony Abdurrabba. Let's hope it stays that way. Paul Cooper says we're playing too deep. Now, I think that's a lot to do with the way Ajax play. They've got a lot of pace in their side. Another ball going out for a throw-in from Ajax there.
There's a lot of panic in that. I mean, the centre-back, there's no communication between their two centre-backs and the goalie.
No.
Because, I mean, the goalie's coming for it to pick it up, but the centre-backs are just blasting it away. There's no shouts.
1% says that Rashford's not started very well. You could almost say that all the young players on this pitch haven't started that well, of which obviously Rashford's young and most of the Ajax team.
Yeah, but I mean, be fair to the lad, you know what I mean?
Lovely knockdown that by Fellaini. He really is playing in a position.
He's looking the part tonight.
Yeah, well, it's because he's playing so advanced.
Yeah.
Oh, what that is from Valencia. Another poor ball, says Everyday Gamer. Captain Valencia as well, let's not forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with a lot of people. I think Rashford needs to step it up, says Dante Rower. He's probably been our worst player on the pitch. He's not been awful. I just think everybody else has really stepped up. I'm loving Fellaini in this number 10 position because it's just causing them so many problems.
They can't deal with him whatsoever. They don't know what to do with him, whether to sit someone on him or whether to stand off, let him have control of it and see what happens. But their centre-backs are in a complete muddle with the goalie. Complete muddle.
The next chance is going to be so important. And Mkhitaryan, I thought he'd nicked it then. Well done, Darmian. Well done.
Yeah.
Moada says Pogba's bullying the kids.
It's the experience of this team.
Remember, we've got Martial as well. If Rashford doesn't... Yeah. I think the bench is good. I think we've got a lot of options on our bench. And, if Rashford doesn't turn it on, you bring Martial on up front, don't you? Herrera's been great, says Dutan.
I mean, great covering from Darmian, what you just said.
Yeah. Everyone's just getting a foot in, aren't they? You know, we're not making it easy for them, and that's exactly the way to play.
That's it.
Oh, what's happened here? Yellow card for Mkhitaryan. He's made one too many.
Said the third one.
It was coming. He needs to be careful, really.
You know, in all honesty, I could probably see him coming off in the second half anyway for Lingard. So I think that probably just cements that.
Well, we don't want to lose a man because that would just be bloody typical. You lose a man against Ajax and it will make a difference. And their right back definitely likes to get forward. They've used him a hell of a lot, which is why Mkhitaryan's having to do a lot of defending. He's just going to have to stay on his feet now. That's a good ball by Mkhitaryan. He's got Rashford down the left. Run at him, lad. No.
Use your pace, kid. That's what you got.
He's gone down.
That should be alright.
He's just caught one in the nuts. You do stay down with that.
Yeah.
Jordan Butterworth says Mata's been brilliant. Yeah, right between the legs. I remember doing that in a trial for Northampton. Right in the first 5 minutes, I wanted to come off. My stepdad says, "You're having a laugh. I've driven you all the way here."
Yeah.
It took me a long time. I think Mkhitaryan's yellow card was right. He'd had a lot of fouls and he did catch him late.
Yeah, Mkhitaryan, he'd done 2 or 3 before that.
Well, it's gone a little bit into a lull, as all games do. But, you know, if I was United and if this is a boxing match, you've already thrown enough punches to win it. Keep throwing the punches. Don't let them have a, you know, well in Chris. Well in Herrera. Fellaini will hold that up. Good job.
Yep.
Oh, he turned into danger there, Mata.
I think a second goal will kill this.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't think these kids would come back from the 2-0.
I think Pogba started off very mature as well.
Yeah.
I'm not totally convinced that Mkhitaryan's had the game that you think, to be honest. He's got megged there.
He's done really, really well, I think.
I still expect more from him, to be honest. He's going to cut in here. Don't let him get the shot away.
Well, he's played some cracking balls out from the edge of the area to set Rashford on his way.
Crossing by Ajax there, across the 6-yard box, but Dolberg had been involved in the build-up play. Wasn't in the box. Kieran Byrne says Fellaini's playing better than Pogba tonight. I don't agree. I think they're both playing well, but I think Pogba's played very maturely and he's bossing the midfield. I think Fellaini's been very good in the air. As I say, I think the only one who needs to step it up a bit is Rashford. No celebration from Mourinho. He's a wise old fox. He knows. He knows there's more to come.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Mickey and Rashford poor, says Anaban. Mickey's struggling, says Tommy Herald. And Basil says he's been poor so far. But XL Dom, I like him. Stuart Merson says he'd bring Martial on for Mkhitaryan. The worry is the yellow card. That's the problem. You can't. Yeah. He's just got to. He sort of becomes a little less effective now because he can't really stick his foot in.
United's playing now. The passing seems to have gone off just slightly.
I think Fellaini's been very effective. I agree with Pogboom there. Because he's played more advanced. He's the more advanced midfielder.
Now, be fair to him as well. When the ball's in the middle of the park, he's chasing down.
Yeah. But he's causing them loads of problems because he's the more advanced. Well, controlled by Mata, but he just can't keep it under control, unfortunately. Dante Roa, the battles are being won, but the war is far from over. I'd agree with that. But we're making the interceptions. We're working hard. We're working hard without the ball, which is obviously important. We're over-hitting the ball a hell of a lot. A lot of you saying that in the live comments. You know, we're trying to hit Rashford too quick, and the ball's being hit too quick. Nick says the long balls need to stop right now. And Ajax are playing their way into the game, says Ben Freeman. Yeah, they were making a lot of mistakes. But they're not now.
Yeah, seems like the roles have reversed now.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? That's to be expected, isn't it? You've got to. They're 1-0 down. They've got to show up. It's a final. Oh, there's a good run here. If he has Blind on toast, it's going to be. Well done, Chris. Well done, Chris. Well done, Mkhitaryan. That's good.
Hopefully these guys...
giving the ball away too much. We're defending well. Just giving the ball away. Well in. Rashford coming back. Yep. See, that's what he's got to do. Get involved in the game.
I don't think
we're throw to Ajax now.
I don't think we'll be able to keep this up for 90 minutes. Although in theory we should do, because the amount of rest these players have had.
Yeah, it's a good run by that lad for Ajax. Don't know what his name is. Was it Saham something? No, it's Traore, isn't it?
I thought it was Traore, yeah.
Chelsea lad, isn't he?
I thought he'd be the danger man with that Goldbridge and Kluivert.
We need to get a foot on the ball at the moment because it is all Ajax. We're 8 minutes off half time. Mourinho looks pensive. His trainer next to him looks pensive. All right, I'm just going to pop for a quick Waz, Marcus. It's all for you.
Yes, I'll read some comments out. Yep. Michael O'Meara, need Carrick on, Matter off. Omar would be nice with Martial half time. 2-2-2 Damien, we're all on top of one another. Do you know what? Yeah, I think so. In the midfield, yeah, definitely. Paul Cooper, we need another goal. Ajax will be better second half. Well, hopefully Mourinho, does his job at half time, and we should be better second half as well. Phil Core, missing a leader in the team, someone to scream at him like a king. Yep, been missing that for a couple of years now. Matthew McFadden, the chair. Yep, the chair's back. Mkhitaryan's tracking back is awful from Matthew Morris. Gungshi, slash time for Goldie. Yeah, probably doing number 2 while he's there as well. Right, Jason CR7 can't sit back for 50 minutes. No, we cannot. That would be suicidal.
Just need to keep hold of the ball a bit. We've been a little bit wasteful at the moment.
Yeah, it's almost as if we've got to go, get the ball down there and start playing football again. Just seems to have lost our way after the goal.
Yeah. Come on. Well done. I think Herrera's played well, as per usual. That unsung hero role.
Yeah.
Valencia's cross. Fellaini might get the knockdown. Oh, the one header you want him to win in the box there. He didn't win it.
Can't do it.
Defenders have played very well. Darmy and Blind have really started off well. And Smalling, and obviously Valencia.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Smalling and Blind have still got that partnership intact from last season under Van Gaal.
Yes.
They played enough last season to know each other's game, and it's good to know that they've still got that.
Well, we're approaching half time now, so they just need to make sure that we don't go in 1-1. Mkhitaryan on his arse again and losing the ball. I'd say he's the one in danger.
I thought he started off well. The first 20, 25 minutes, I thought he did start off well, but he seems to have faded a bit since the yellow card.
Well, they use that right-hand side a lot, Ajax, and with that yellow card, it nullifies you a lot because you don't want to be he can't afford to, if you play at the highest level, it's sometimes impossible to make a tackle. But you'll try to make a tackle, you leave your foot in, But I've been very impressed with the back four. Just tweeted it out. Very impressed with the whole back four. Darmian, Blind, Smalling, Valencia, focused, nipping in. Smalling and Blind looking very much like... I mean, it's only... they could make mistakes in the second half. Of course they can, but they've started off very, very well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said earlier, and the comments are saying... Rashford, he's been okay. Not, he can do better. I've seen him do better.
Oh, Rashford, you could have done better then. You were in one-on-one if you catch that.
But I think when they're coming down our left-hand side, Darmian is... A couple of times I've seen him caught 2-on-1.
Yeah, well, that's Mkhitaryan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's...
See, Martial's a lot more disciplined as a defender now, and he's quick, so... I know Ross was saying my worry is that he'll bring Lingard on before he brings Martial, but if it's a change on the left-hand side, I'll bring Martial on because he is the left-hand side player.
Yeah, I've seen, especially this season, when Rashford's come on and been on the left-hand side, he's been quite explosive when he's come off the bench. So I wonder if he would swap Rashford and Martial around, put Martial as the number 9 and Rashford on the left.
It's hard to get hold of the ball at the moment for United.
I
would say that. It's very hard.
Ajax are definitely playing their way into the game now.
I mean, James B says Blind's looking shaky tonight. I think he's looked absolutely firm. I think he's looked very, very solid. The players I would want more from would be Mkhitaryan and Rashford at half-time. I think everybody else, Pogba's made a few mistakes, but he's been good. Fellaini's made a couple of mistakes, but he's been good. Mata and Herrera have been solid. The back four's been solid. It's just Mkhitaryan and Rashford would be my, not concerns, just need a bit more from them. But my Mkhitaryan might have to come off because of that yellow card. If we can get to half-time... Take your time, keep his ball. Well done. Fucking yes. I don't think I've watched the United game so intently for a long time,
There's a good comment here from Aero Aviation. We aren't missing Bailey, thankfully, so far. Which, yeah, I'd agree with that.
Smalling's got it in him to have a good game. I know we're not even halfway through it yet, but he's got it in him. If Smalling can turn Rojo into a defender, he can do it with Smalling. If Mourinho can turn Rojo into a defender, he can do it with. Rashford's got to do better there. He's got to stick. Yeah. See, that's good reading of the ball by Smalling. We've got it. The ball's not sticking up front at the moment, and that's the problem. We're not holding on to the ball, and it's just allowing Ajax to come again and again. And whilst Ajax aren't producing anything, they are keeping the ball better.
Yeah, they're keeping the ball better, but. For me, United look the more dangerous, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I don't think we're playing that well at the moment. I think we've dropped off in the last 20 minutes. We're not keeping hold of the ball. You think about the first 20 minutes leading up to the goal, we were actually, we look fantastic. Really keeping hold of the ball. We've not done it for the next 20.
No, but I mean, ever since the goal's gone in, isn't it, and the yellow card, it's almost as if we took our foot off the gas and saying to Ajax...
Defended by Darmian.
We're saying to Ajax, well, come on, you got to come at us now. So
that's brilliant by Darmian there. That Traore is a problem.
Yeah. I think if he's going to be a consistent problem in the second half, that Traore, then Mkhitaryan's going to have to come off.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, would you go Martial or would you go Lingard?
I'd go Martial because he's left-sided. But I think Darmian did brilliant there. That Traore is definitely their threat. I mean, I look at this Ajax team that everyone's been going on about, and I think I'm not been that impressed by it apart from that Traore. See Smalling again. Right, as soon as it's up in the air, he's coming forward and he's winning it. Because that's what Bailly would do.
Yep.
1 minute to half-time, folks. Who's been your man of the match so far, Marcus?
I would say Darmian for me.
Yeah, I think the back four. It's got to be one of the back four. They've been really
Yeah,
good.
I'd go for Darmian. I think he's been absolutely fantastic in this game at left back. It's not his natural position.
And Traore is his man.
Yeah. And to keep him quiet, I think that's some achievement.
Yeah, it's good play there from Valencia. But I think defensively we've been so good. It's good that old partnerships have sort of reunited. Mata and Valencia are a good partnership, working well there.
Yeah.
Blind and Smalling, an old partnership, working well. Fellaini back into that number 10 position, playing well. Pogba and Herrera doing well. Darmian.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but when you see
We're
a
there,
back
half
four,
time.
yeah, when you see a back four playing like this, is there a need for a world-class centre-back in the summer?
Oh, yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, there is. We're playing in the Europa League and we've come 6th in the league. We've got to do better. But, very, very good.
Never know. But,
You going to have a break? I'll get Ross on.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, get Ross on. Give me a call when you finish, then.
All right, mate. Cheers for that.
All right. Ta-da.
Part 2 in a moment. Right. Hopefully Ross will call me in a minute. But we get a 15-minute break. We get a 15-minute break from that. I mean, what I would say is very nervous. I think we need the ball's not sticking up front. I think defensively we're playing really well. I think the midfield are working hard. But when we get the ball in the first 20 minutes, we were making Ajax make mistakes. For the last 20 minutes, we're making mistakes. But to be honest with you, if you'd offered me that at the start of the game, 1-0 up at half time, I'll take it. There's room for improvement, but there's been some fantastic performances as well. Ross, give us your thoughts.
Well, I'm half a bottle of wine away from United being, Europa League champions, and we're 45 minutes away from it, and that's all that matters to me. You're right. And I saw your tweet as well about the defensive side, and they've been absolutely superb. Massive shout out to them, like you said. That bit of defending from Darmian was actually fantastic because it was never going to get the ball there. So instead of actually trying to challenge for the ball, he just made it his job to get in front of Traore, which was the right thing to do because Traore was only ever going to foul him there. Little things like that stood out for me today. The performance can be better. I actually think Fellaini's played quite well.
Yeah.
Because he's actually, we were talking about it before. He's doing the job that we want Fellaini to do. He's not playing with the ball at his feet. He's being a target man and he's heading it. Fantastic. The only change I'd make is I'll take Mkhitaryan off because on a booking, it's not worth the risk. I think Veltman's got the better of him, to be honest, and I don't think it's worth the risk, mate.
Yeah, Mourinho very rarely does a half-time sub, but I would have to say, I don't know what everyone else at home's thinking, but you know what? If we go down to 10 men against Ajax, with the ball not sticking up front anyway, I think we'd be in big, big trouble. So I would do it, just to be on the safe side. It'd be interesting to see if Mourinho does or not, but is it worth he is getting exposed down that side. I would take him off for Lingard, as Capricorn767 says. And as John Leonardis said, and I was going to say it anyway, look, very happy with that first half, would take it. But I'll tell you what, a year ago, Liverpool were 1-0 up against Sevilla, and they were buying their tickets for Champions League football, and it can change around. We're halfway there. I'd definitely take that 1-0. I think we just about deserve it. The goal was a deflection, but I thought we started off really well, Ross. I think we were making them make mistakes, and we were talking about that in the hour before the game, weren't we? It's about how we start the game. They're a young team, make them make mistakes, and it was almost textbook of what we said needed to happen. So brilliant from Mourinho.
Yeah, spot on. I think we're all really nervous about the start. Will we go out and will we sit back? Well, the first 3-4 minutes, we went at them hard. And that's exactly what we needed to do. We got the goal, and we're sitting back now. But do you know what? They're sitting back and being in complete control of the game, and that's what we are. And to be honest, the balls up to Rashford have been abysmal today. Yeah. And if they'd been better, we'd be getting a lot more chances. But defensive-wise, us sitting back like we are, Ajax are not. The only chance I can remember, I know Romero pulled off a half save. But it's that Traore chance which Darmian dealt with. Apart from that, they've had nothing to throw at us. And if we carry on like that, the balls to Rashford need to be better. And Rashford maybe needs to do a little bit better holding it up, but then people have got to get up there to support him. But all in all, we've completely dominated that 45 minutes, even though possession may not show that.
I think the problem in the last 20 minutes was we just weren't. Our passing went astray. It was a contrast to the first 20 minutes, but I think, like you said, defensively the whole team has been brilliant. It's just offensively we've dropped off a little bit, but we're 1-0 up, so we'll take that. I was going to ask you who your man of the half for United's been so far. For me, for Marcus said Darmian. The man of the half for Ajax is Traore. I'd give it to either Darmian or Herrera or Smalling or Blind or Valencia, because I think them 5.
You can't give it to 5 players.
No, but I think the back four's been so good, and I think Herrera's doing the unsung hero role. People might not have noticed what he's doing, but he's never given the ball away, and he's breaking up the play. But if you give it to Darmian like Mad Marcus did, it's very interesting, because Traore's been Ajax's best player. Darmian's arguably been our best player. They're against each other.
Yeah, do you know what? Halfway through that half, I've totally agreeing with you on Herrera. I think he's been our unsung hero without the ball, because he's able to close down not players but space. And when there's an obvious square of space that appears, Herrera sees it before anyone else does, and he runs into it. And yeah, he's not marking players, he's not even got the ball, but that closing of the space is so important for us. And he's the only player that I see in the United shirt that when he closes a player down, he sprints through his life, and you can see it in him. And when I see that in him, you just can't help but love him, because look, all the players are trying, but it just seems like Herrera's always got an extra 10%. And for that, I'd give it to him, to be honest, because yeah, he's probably done absolutely nothing with the ball in my eyes, but it's what he does without the ball, which is so important, because he allows other players to maybe have space. He allows Pogba to score that goal, because... And do you know what? There was a fantastic moment, and I don't know if anyone saw it, but I definitely did, when Valencia went bombing forward, and Fellaini looked at Herrera as if to say, well, what the hell do we do now? And Herrera just looked at him and said, don't worry, I've got it. And he dropped into right back, and they did counter us, but Herrera's there, and that's what he gives to the team. He allows players like Valencia to bomb forward, and he allows players like Fellaini not to defend, which is what we all want to see.
In relation to the second half, what would you do if you were Mourinho? You've mentioned obviously the Mkhitaryan substitution, which I would agree with. I just think we're doing so well. If we go down to 10 men, it changes the game drastically. It's worthwhile doing that. But what would you be telling the players at half time?
I'd be telling them more of the same, to be honest. Do you know what? And it's probably from it shows how much high expectations I have of Rashford now. I'd like to see a little bit more from him, to be honest. I think that he's had the ball to feet a few times, and he's just overran it or ran it into players. I want to see a little bit more from him. But that's because we know the talent he has. So I'd be telling players like Rashford, you might be coming off, but go for it in the next 15, 20 minutes. Let's get this second goal, because I'd definitely look at Mkhitaryan at half-time, and I'd look at Rashford as well, because we've got Martial on the bench. It's 50 million quid's worth of talent. He was our top scorer last year. The guy's got goals in him, and sometimes it doesn't work out for a player, and maybe it hasn't done for Rashford so far, but the thing is with Rashford, he can just turn it around, with a drop of a hat. But I'd be looking at Rashford for Martial, because it is a hard, long role doing them, countless runs, and you're not getting the ball. That takes a lot of energy out of you.
I certainly wouldn't be taking Rashford off at half time. I think Mkhitaryan is a good shout.
At 70 minutes.
But we know with Rashford, one moment of brilliance and the game's won. I'd agree with everybody really. We just need to hold the ball up a little bit better in the final third. Defensively, we're doing a fantastic job on Ajax, and the game's there for us to win it. Thanks, Jaquan, for the contribution on the super chat. But as Dutton says, we need a second goal. And yeah, I think if we could just get a couple of corners or something. I think for height, Ross, we're doing quite well on that. Smalling's been fantastic.
Yeah, Smalling has, and Blind has. The partnership, which is the reason we said before the game, wasn't it? Why they both should play. They're a partnership. And that counts for quite a lot. But yeah, Fellaini's bossed them in the air today completely. And I think if we did have a corner, you'd class that as a very, very decent chance. I mean, I saw a lot of people on Twitter giving Fellaini stick for the header, but fantastic ball in by Mata. It was flashed at him quite rapidly, and I don't think he could have done a lot more, to be honest.
No. I know you're going to join us at full time. What's your thoughts on the second half? You're not going to say we're going to blow it away, but it's still in the balance. It is still in the balance, isn't it? It's still a job to be done. It's halfway. We mustn't forget Liverpool of last year. They were in exactly the same situation. I just think it's different to Liverpool last year. Sevilla, with all due respect, I think are probably better than Ajax, and this is a young Ajax team. They're not going to give up while it's 1-0, but if we can get that second goal, I think we're in a massive position.
Yeah, and we're not Liverpool. We ain't got Steven Gerrard playing for us. We're not a bottle job club. I hope I haven't said that too soon, but history has proved that. And yeah, we've got. I mean, players. There's some players like we spoke about Herrera and Paul Pogba stepped it up today. A lot of our players are playing at the top of their game. Some players can improve, but some are at the peak of their performance, and that's the difference. We just need a second goal, mate. Yeah, one goal, and 2-0 kills this game completely with the way Ajax have failed to create chances. I just got to say as well, I have been watching the Watchalong while I was watching the first half, and I think you're over 2,000 likes, aren't you, Mark?
Yeah, we've done fantastic.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's brilliant to see. I mean, it's putting a smile on my face watching United. It's putting a smile on my face watching United stand as well. Get all the support. I think it's brilliant.
Cheers, pal. Well, hopefully when you rejoin us at full time, we'll be talking about something historic. I'm getting excited saying it. Something historic. Looking ahead to next season with great optimism. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I'm a realist and I know football can be cruel and it's half time. But I'll see you at full time, pal, and hopefully, fingers crossed.
I'll see you at full time with 3,000 likes, Mike. I'll catch you later.
Cheers. Speak to you in a bit, pal.
Cheers, mate.
That's it, Ross. He'll be back at full time, and Mad Marcus will stay on, and we might get a few of you on guesting as well, depending on which way it goes. But for everybody who's joined us at half time, who wasn't there through the first half, just a reminder: get back on here at 90 minutes because whatever you're watching, you can watch it with us, and we'll be talking about it for about an hour after after full time. Regardless of the score, we want it to be a celebration, historic, and be together as United fans celebrating it. But if it goes the other way, we'll be here as well. But yeah, we're live for a long time tonight, so get involved with the United Stand. If you've stumbled across us, subscribe. Live every night at 8:30. Transfer show every morning at 7 a.m. And I tell you what, that transfer show is going to take a steep... We're at a junction, really, tonight. We're going to go one way with transfers or another. And I know people think, we can sign who we want if we're in the Europa League. But I personally don't buy into that anymore. I think we could still get Griezmann not being in the Champions League, but it's conceivable that we won't as well. I know we got Pogba last year, but I think Mourinho was new to the job and he was saying things like it's a 1 year commitment out of the Champions League. Then we're back, we're a growing club. If 1 year becomes 2 years, people might look at it and go, well, what's the guarantee you won't be in this situation next year? It's so important that we get this tournament won and get into the Champions League. And obviously, when the football started, I think we focused on the football, but we know what's gone on in Manchester and we know how great it would be to bring some positivity back after a horrible week. But Ricky Clarkson's on about the giveaway. The giveaway will happen, don't worry about that. I am waiting for the email confirmation from the promotional team who are doing the giveaway to let me know who the winner is, and as soon as I have that email, I will let you know. In fact, I've got it for you now. It's come through. The winner of the Manchester United away kit, and you will be receiving an email from the email that you sent your entry into. Callum Tosh. Well done, Callum. Let's see if we can see you on the live comments. Callum Tosh, you've won a new Manchester United away kit, courtesy of the link in the video description, which is obviously through BetBright. So you will be they'll be in contact with you, and you've won a Manchester United away kit, the black one. Well done, Callum. Another little prize that we've been able to give you all away there, which is fantastic. But don't forget, you don't have to put a bet on to go into a draw to win a Manchester United top. We were going to give away 2 tonight anyway until we got that late deal in. We'll be giving you 2 on Sunday night on the 8:30 show. We're doing our season review Sunday night, and we will be giving you away 2 that I will pick and one of my guests will pick from the live comments. All you have to do is watch the show and you'll get picked off the live comments. So congratulations to Callum. 2 more to give away on Sunday. But well done, pal. And hopefully it's one of 2 great things that is going to happen tonight. I'm getting myself nervous again. We're 1-0 up. It's not 0-0 anymore. It's 1-0. 1-0. We've got advantage United. But anything can happen in football. A lot of you saying congratulations on 90,000 subscribers. Yeah, well, we wanted to go past that tonight because it's the Europa League final. We'll always remember 90,000 and associate it with this final. Let's hope we remember the final for the right reasons as well. But the summer's going to go boom on the United stand, one way or another. It gets busy over the summer. Lots of transfer shows, like I say, 8:30 every night, 7 a.m. every morning. Reaction to every signing. Pre-season tour in US tour. We'll be doing watch-alongs for that and everything. Got some fantastic content planned for you that I think you're going to really like away from transfers and stuff. So loads going on in the summer. Keep part of the United stand. Live chat, always part of the videos we do. Very interactive. It's your channel as much as it is ours. Let's get on it. And I tell you what, the road to 100,000 could well be on this summer, and we're going to have to get a bigger. Yeah, if anyone knows Jaws, we're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need a bigger box if we can make that milestone, because look at how big it is. There'll be another figure on there. So who knows if we can do it or not. But the second half is about to kick off, and Marcus will be joining me in a minute. No substitutions from Manchester United. I probably would have took Mkhitaryan off, to be honest. It's a risk keeping him on, but in Jose we trust. And let's see what's going to happen in this second half. 45 minutes away from destiny. Here he is, the boy. You all right?
You all right, mate? You all right?
I'm good, yeah.
Just get me fourth Pepsi.
Fourth Pepsi, yeah. I know. I've had a few Pepsis myself tonight, and I think there'll be another toilet break in a minute. That's the problem. It starts to break the valve. But Mkhitaryan's still on.
Well, that's surprising.
Yeah, well, he's just gonna, maybe he's just going to give him 15 more minutes, but needs to keep his feet to himself and not do anything stupid. Right, we're off in the second half.
Here we go.
In 45 minutes, we could have extra time, couldn't we? But in 45 minutes, the season will be decided. Potentially. No changes to United, everything the same.
Well, as long as we play like the first 20, 25 minutes, I'd be happy with that.
MEFC 689908 says he's pooing his pants.
Oh, come on, Rashford, you've got to be pressing high. Damien says his hands are sweating. I know what you mean, mate. Yeah. So, what did Ross say then, Mark? I missed it. So, getting a Pepsi.
He was saying that he would have took Mkhitaryan off because he's on a yellow card and it's a risk. But pretty much what we were saying, really. Look, we need to hold the ball up better. Rashford needs to be holding the ball up better. The midfielders need to be keeping hold of the ball better. And let's not sit back. And I think that's how everybody feels.
Yep, the first minute and a half, Ajax have trying to play their way through.
I think you know what? Ajax are going to go to the 90th minute if this stays 1-0. They're going to go and go and go. They're never going to give in. They're going to keep going and going and going. If we get the second goal, I think their heads will start to drop because we've defended so well that it makes them think, But this is a good opportunity. We've got a corner here, and I think with our height, Smalling and Fellaini and Pogba, it might cause them a problem.
Yeah, you're confident about this one, are you?
Well, we never score from corners. May as well do it in the final.
Good to see Fellaini still pushing up there as well.
Yes! Come on! It's there! It's Mkhitaryan as well! We said to take him off! He's done it! Come on! We've scored from a bloody corner as well! Hand on the trophy! It's there! Mwah! Come on! It's there to be won. I thought it was Smalling. I think it's Smalling who gets the header in.
He gets the knockdown, yeah.
The relief!
Mkhitaryan.
I was in shock.
I didn't believe they'd do it. They've done it. That's another thing Jose's broken this season. We scored from a corner. It's there. We're on our way.
Well done, Smalling and Mkhitaryan. Oh, man. Now we can start to breathe and believe. I just said that as well. If we can get the second goal, it starts to push them back a bit. It starts to make them get nervous. And we've defended so well. I think Ajax now will be thinking, can we do it? Can we come back?
What a touch! Let's not take anything away there from Smalling. That was a good knockdown. And Mkhitaryan, he's still got a lot to do. His back's to goal. He gets the flick from his right foot over the keeper in the net. Get in.
Right, again. I'm going to say it again. 2-0 is one of the most dangerous scorelines in football, because if they get the next one... Yeah, but, 2-0... 2-0 is a massive score in this game. It's not over. Defence has got to stay as it is.
They got a young side, mate. They got to get 2 goals to get it to
they're on the
extra
attack
time.
here, though.
And we got plenty of players with experience here in this side.
We have. Rashford. Oh, he nearly would have had Herrera in then. It's all over at the moment. All over the place. Harrop hasn't scored, don't worry. I just need to change his name and move him across. Oh, I'm in shock. I'm shocked. I really am in shock, because we never score from corners. But I did say right before it, this is a threat, because Smalling and Fellaini have been so dominant in the air, and it's Smalling who gets the assist. The rectifier says it's over. It's not over. I want 3. I want to sit back and enjoy the last 10 minutes 3-0 up. I don't want to... We don't go easy, says Robert Taylor, and I agree with that.
You know what?
Take a breath. Take a breath.
It was the height that's made that goal, without a doubt. I mean, if we didn't have that height in the box, I don't think that would have happened, without a doubt. We would have played a different sort of corner for that.
Diver. They're going to go hard for 5 minutes now. It's important.
They're going to try,
we've just got to go hard as well. Go hard or go home. Axel Rose says, Mickey, I'm sorry I doubted you. You know what? Everybody who said keep him on, of which there was very few of us, well done. And again, the big shout out got to be to Mourinho. We were talking at half time. It's not worth keeping him on because of the yellow card. He could get sent off. He scored to post 2-0 up. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is why we're not manager of Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean, thank God. I wouldn't want to make tough decisions like he's had to. Whatever he said at half time is clearly worked. And go back to what that Axel Rose said. I'd echo that. I thought he'd be coming off, but I didn't think he'd come off at half time.
Whoa. Davo K saying shameful slating of Mkhitaryan on here. No, there's not been any... I tell you what, the one thing there hasn't been tonight from anybody, from the line-up to anything, nobody's gone hard on anybody, because we all know why, because we're all hurting about what's happened in Manchester. We've all backed the players that have been playing tonight from the start to the finish. What we were saying is, I probably would take Mkhitaryan off because he's on a yellow card, and if we go down to 10 men, it's a risk. Talking of yellow cards, Fellaini's just had one there, which is 2. So no one's slated anyone tonight. We're just saying that, tactically, Mkhitaryan was getting owned a bit down the right-hand side, which he was in the first half. He's on a yellow card. We can't risk a second one.
Fellaini's took one for the team there, man. That guy got away from him and was running at the defence. So, yeah,
I think what Mourinho will do now, keep this 2-0 for 20 minutes, 70 minutes, Fellaini and Mkhitaryan off.
Lingard will come on.
Lingard and maybe get Carrick on.
I totally forgot Carrick was on the bench. Yeah, I was going to say Rooney, but sod it, chuck Carrick on.
I'll tell you what, Fellaini's been brilliant in this game as well.
Do you want to be part of the team Fellaini now?
No, I still want to sell the lad, but he's done well tonight. He's played in a very advanced role and it's worked. Oman's right there. They'll be all over Fellaini now to get him a red. Dan's boss has just made a contribution. Apparently it's for £100. If it is, Dan's, thank you very, very much for that. You should have left us a message, pal. Try and give us a comment and we'll read it out for you.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I think everyone's getting a bit overexcited.
It's getting Ajax. They seem to be falling down now for... they're going to play the European way, I suppose people would say.
Yeah.
They're looking for the free kicks now, and but I mean, to be honest, what else can they do? I mean, Romero's only had the one shot.
Yes. It's a simple.
That's another one he's caught as well.
Carrick for Fellaini, says Jaquan. Look, if Fellaini goes off though, we're going to lose a big part of our game in this, which is the height. as soon as Romero gets it, he's blasting it up to Fellaini, and Fellaini, lovely control again, lays it off. We've got possession of the ball.
I'll tell you what, mate. Romero, he hasn't had much to do tonight. He's not had much to do throughout the Europa League campaign. But the more I'm seeing him, the more I'm liking.
Look,
obviously,
come on, they haven't done anything, and I think that's what everyone needs to stop getting at. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ajax haven't actually even had a chance in this game, really.
But obviously, he's not as good as De Gea. We know that. But for our second string goalie, I think what a goalie we've got on our hands.
Oh, I tell you what, he doesn't half give fouls against Rashford. He does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sarah, everyone knows about where they can watch the game for free. It's even in the link description to this video. Dante Roa, Fellaini's been fantastic. Sabaya says, should we bring Martial on? Professor Fat Cake says he got timed out, but you're back, so I don't know. Rashford runs himself tired sometimes, says Capricorn. Tesha fan says it's funny how you're enjoying Fellaini. Look, I made a decision, I think like most of the world made a decision after what happened in Manchester, that I was not going to be negative about United, because I just don't feel like being negative about a football game. I think when life's comfortable and everything and you're enjoying your life, you start getting negative about things because that's what you believe. But tonight was just about players turning up and wearing the shirt with pride, and I'm going to applaud everybody who's done it, because they have. They're all turned up, they're all fought hard, and that's all we wanted. Ajax could have turned up tonight and been this fantastic team that everyone thinks and just obliterated us because they're a better side. Yep. They still could, and if that happens, we'll have to take it on the chin. But so far, they don't look all that. And we've used our experience really, really well. I mean, they moved the ball around very well. And the game's far from over. One goal for them and it gets nervy time again. And it is all them at the moment. I mean, we are sitting back a little bit too much. Again, I would go, the goals from a set piece. We're not keeping the ball up front enough. But, as I say, I don't think Mourinho will be any rush. He's on side there. Why haven't we gone with the bloody runner?
Come on.
Good defending by Valencia. Ushering him out. Yeah, but that runner someone should be going with that runner. If he takes that down, he's in with a chance.
Yeah, again, the back four.
See, look, the ball goes up. What are you doing, Rashford?
Go for it.
He needs an injection. He's going to have to work to get the ball.
You think maybe the occasion's got to him tonight?
I don't know, but
he is only a young lad, isn't he? So I know he's played in the finals in the FA Cup and League Cup, but a European finals completely different.
Right, what we got? Corner for Ajax, is it?
Yeah. Pogba trying to be a bit too cocky there.
Get rid of it. No, he's holding it up there. Oh, that's Rashford again, not holding it up well enough. See, the defence has been really good, but they need to hold the ball up. Well, Herrera's fantastic there.
Well, look at that.
Oh yes, we'll have that, ref. Put him in the book.
Like that.
Right, carry on, Marks. Quick wee stop.
Yeah, go on and go for it. Let's have a look. Right, comments. Nicky D, 1989. Welling Herrera, yes. James Payne, Matter as an animal. Rick Powell, thinned up. Carrick can shut the game, put it in the lock. He can. I wouldn't bring him on yet, though. Probably about 70-minute mark. John Carlos, Veltman, scumbag. Troy Scott, I'm just 30 seconds ahead of you. Yeah, it depends like where you're watching it on, whether it's through the TV or YouTube. Yellow, yeah, it was a yellow. Super chat. Andrew Southwick for $10, thank you. Everyone is playing for the badge tonight. So happy with that. Let's go United. Also, ref has been given some weak fouls to Ajax on Rashford. He has, yeah, very weak fouls. Marcus, make a brew. I've got some Pepsis here beside me, mate. Comments going so fast now. Let's have a look. Is that Capricorn? Capricorn 767, pace for that head makes you wild. Carlos Solis, incredible game so far, lads. I can feel the cup coming home. Yep, I can. Ghost Gas Gaming 99 says hi. Penalty. Penalty on Mata. One more goal. It's over from Unlucky M9. I think it's over now. Charlie Holton, Marcus, you feeling confident? I was feeling confident, mate, before the game kicked off. Evil Duck, love you, mate. Keep the Fellaini love strong. I try. Axel Rose cheating Ajax. Paul, yeah, you guys lagging about 30 seconds. Yes, it's about 30 seconds behind. It depends where you're watching from. Carlos, much love from LA, California. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with what we're doing at the moment. We're just parking the bus, and I don't like parking the bus. I think we can really. I think the third goal's there for us if we can just hold the ball up a little bit. I don't know what you think.
Well, we could have had, while he was in the toilet, we could have had a penalty on Mata, but it wasn't given. It could have been a 50. It was a 50-50 decision. I've seen them sorts given in the Premier League, but from a referee's point of view, he's probably thinking, well, United are 2-0 up. Why the damage?
Well, that's not how the referee should do it.
I know, but that's. If I was the referee, mate, and I was a neutral, I would have given it. There was a super chat as well, Mark, for $10. I read it out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Deep breaths.
Robert Taylor says Romero looks comfortable. He does, but he's not had a lot to do. I can only think of that shot in the first half and the cross that he's caught in the second. Joe, I rated that Dahlberg, but I've not seen much of him tonight.
Well, to be fairness to Dahlberg, and I don't really want to talk about it too much in this game because there's so much of it left to go, but he did actually do an interview and he was asked about moving to Manchester United, and he said, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that yet." And to be honest, he's an honest guy because he hasn't looked like he's ready. But another overhead cross there.
Fair play. He could have come for the money.
So first substitution coming in here. God. I don't care if the next 10 minutes just whiz by. But it's all Ajax, that's the problem.
Oh, he's off, isn't he?
Who?
Oh, that Dahlberg, he went off just now.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's gone off, yeah. Can't see who come on. There's a comment here from Murray Day 83. Mad Marcus, I know you're on the ball in the chat tonight. I just wanted Mark to notice it. If people care to donate, it's important that it's given the reaction.
Oh, shut up. God, bloody hell, there's some right miserable sods in the world, isn't it? When have I ever missed a contribution just because it's not reacted to instantly? I always...
Oh, Mike, you was in the toilet.
Yeah,
I
you
read
did
it out. Yeah.
I just think there's some right do-gooders out there who don't bloody listen to what I say all the time. Look, this is a historic night. Let's not start turning on each other. There's a button I can press, which I do halfway through every half, to make sure that every super chat has been read out. Because I don't miss them. I probably should have explained that. They don't get missed. They go on a list within YouTube where I can see everyone that we've done. So they won't get missed. You're totally right what you say, but don't worry, they'll never get missed.
Yeah, well, just now, mate. I don't know if you saw it. It was a fantastic bit of skill from Fellaini there in the Ajax box.
I tell you what, Fellaini. I don't know what people think, but Fellaini's pushing for Manchester United for man of the match.
He's chested it down. He's done like 3 or 4 kick-ups and just passed it back. Absolute quality.
Oh.
All right. Come on, man. 25 minutes.
Anything can happen.
Unlucky M9 says when Cliver comes on, he'll cause trouble. I'm hoping I can see Cliver come on. I would like to see what the hype about. I've not heard.
No, I don't really want to see what the hype is about. I don't want to see him at all. He can stay on the bench. I think we're getting to that point in about 5 minutes, though. Seriously, than what everyone else thinks, or you, Marcus, where I would probably take Rashford off and put Mkhitaryan up front because I don't think he'd do any worse.
Yeah, there is that. I agreed with a comment while you was draining the lizard that probably now's the time for Carrick to come on.
Oh, Fellaini straight at the keeper from
Yeah,
across
yeah,
from Pogba.
yeah.
He deserved that. Contribution from Andrew Southwick, which I think is the one that Marcus had read out. Everyone is playing for the badge tonight. So happy with that. Let's go United. Also, ref has been giving some weak fouls to Ajax and Rashford. Yeah, I've noticed that, Andrew. The ref's not been too bad, to be fair. And yeah, we've hit all the other comments. That's good.
Yeah, for everyone in the comments.
Foul to Ajax here.
Yeah, everyone in the comments. Mark always sees the comments. Don't worry. If it doesn't get read out straight away, it will be read out eventually. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think Fellaini deserves a goal tonight, mate. He's played really well.
To be honest, though, that just shows that Fellaini, he's good at winning headers, but he's actually not that good at directing them because he should have scored that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that he has a lot of headers, doesn't he? And a couple of shots where it's straight at the goalie. The direction on it is not very good.
I think we're parking the bus too much here.
Do you know what, mate? I'm quite happy. I really am. I've not seen Ajax do anything. I think our defence has more than enough dealt with it. Yeah, for everyone in the comments as well, that's not $500.
Oh, God.
The shots they're having from outside the box, which suits me down to the ground. Romero's able to catch them, which is a good sign. I've just seen the goal back here from Mkhitaryan, mate. His back's to goal as well.
He's got that technique in him, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, we saw with the scorpion goal that he got.
And to be honest, it's a massively important goal because apart from that, we haven't really done anything else.
No, not really. I mean, we've done. I think we've done enough to be positive, but to win the game, I wouldn't say we've been negative at all. I know you're saying that we're sitting back a bit too much for your liking, but we expect that in 90 minutes of football. It's not all going to be Manchester United going forward. Ajax are going to have the ball and they've got to attack now.
Yeah, I know, but they haven't really had a chance, have they?
No, exactly.
And one goal will make a big difference. I think Mourinho needs to change it, to be honest. I think it's the game is sort of taking on quite a distinct groove at the moment. And
I think experience is going to be key now to see out these last 23 minutes. So I would go Michael Carrick.
I just think we need somebody up front who's actually going to hold the ball up and run the channels better. I don't think Rashford's had his best game tonight, and I think he's. I know I'm not picking on the lad because he's tried his heart out, but it's just not worked out. Sometimes it won't work out for you, and I think maybe I don't see what he gives us that Martial couldn't give us at the moment. And also he's done a lot of running, but as I said, I did say what did I say after the first goal? Get to 70 minutes, make a couple of subs. I'd be amazed if Mourinho doesn't do that. 70 minutes is his area. Now, here's Rashford. This is where he's got to be effective. He's got to stand this centre-back up and go at him. Yeah. Oh. Why would he go down? Why is he not given that foul there? Why would he go down? He skins the player. Why would you go down? There's no need. The ref has given Rashford sod all today. I mean, I think the ref's been quite good, but Rashford skins the player there on the edge of the box. He's outside the box, and then he catches the leg and he goes down. You wouldn't go down.
I mean, if there's any doubt in the ref's mind, I mean, he should be yellow carding Rashford there for diving. But, I mean, he's got the beating of the left back. He goes past him, he's in the box, and he's got a shot on.
Darmian, brilliant again. Foul to United.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, we want them to get frustrated now because they panic. You know, that's one thing that having played football, as a lot of us have, when you're chasing a game, it gets harder because you're not relaxed.
Another Diet Pepsi, mate. Yeah.
It's one of them big Diet Pepsis, look. Darmian's best ever match. I tell you what.
Fantastic.
Some of the players who get criticised. What did we say last night, though? We know what's happened in Manchester. All we want is people to turn up tonight. Doesn't matter who he picks, as long as they turn up. And players who get a lot of criticism. I mean, I've always been a fan of Smalling. Some of you've always been a fan of Fellaini. It's a balance, isn't it? They've both been bloody fantastic. And some people don't like Darmian, and he's been fantastic. Yeah, those players, the unpopular players, have been bloody superb tonight. Fellaini, not Valencia, he is popular, but Fellaini, Darmian, Smalling.
Well, apparently Matt Thorpe says that us two are clueless at tactics.
Oh, hold up. Ajax has got a free kick on the edge of the box here, which is
dangerous.
Not what we want. It's not even a handball. Is it a high ball?
High foot.
I tell you what, to be honest, a lot of people are saying, "Oh bloody hell!" It's not quite a penalty, but if they get this right, it's a good opportunity. He's got to get these. This is where Romero earns his quan, because he's got to position his wall right. The wall's got to do the job, because if they get it over the wall, he doesn't come back. DCO, thanks for the contribution. He says Griezmann spotted at the airport buying a ticket to Manchester. Yeah, well, it's been a little early for that. I mean, this is a perfect. He's got that wall back 10 yards as well, the git.
Yeah.
This is the thing I hate about the spray thing, because you can normally inch forward a couple of yards. That 10 yards, I'm worried. I'm a bit concerned about this, to be honest.
Oh, you know what, Romero, he looks quite confident.
No, but to be fair to Romero, this if you get the free kick right, there's not a lot you can do about this.
But trust in the guy, mate. Come on, trust in the guy. He's
no, what I'm saying is, like, if he hits this free kick right, doesn't matter how good you are, as a keeper, it's not your fault.
So if the Ge's in goal, you still say that, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Any goalkeeper in this position, if he hits the free kick right, it's not the keeper's fault.
Just wanted you to clarify that, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm not digging Romero out. I'm saying, like, you know, if it's near him, he's got to make a save. But if he gets it up and over the wall, I mean, I'm looking at the top left corner there.
Well, Fellaini's in the wall, so that's a plus. I don't think you'll get it up and down.
Oh, shut up. You kiss of death in the oil.
He ain't going to get it up and down. Honestly, you won't.
Yes, get rid of it. Oosh, that's like a goal. That's like a goal. Come on. 72 minutes. It was a crap free kick at the perfect time.
He had his wall, mate, sorted, perfect.
I think he needs to make some subs, though, don't you? 72 minutes.
Yeah, I would chuck Carrick on for the experience, mate.
Yeah.
I really would. Just to calm things down, settle down the midfield. You know, I mean, we all know what Carrick's 30, 40 yard passes are like. You might be able to set one on the way for Rashford as well.
David Blin's just gone down injured there.
Get up, Blin, come on.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's Lingard coming on. Good old Jesse.
Looks like Mickey's coming off, mate. Yeah.
14, 24 for 14, yeah. To be fair, Lingard just bloody run around and put your foot in there.
That's the thing. That's the difference, I think, between Lingard and Martial. I think that's probably why he's brought Lingard on, because Jose believes that his defensive duties are better. I can't think of any other reason why he'd bring him on, to be honest.
I think that goal from Mkhitaryan is key. I think at 1-0, it's not enough, is it? It's tentative, but 2-0. Now, all Lingard's got to do now is redeem his crap form from the last few weeks. Just run around like an absolute nutter, put your foot in, and run the ball.
Yeah.
You got that one?
Oh, yeah.
Who got it?
Victor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this lad always scores in finals, apparently. Let's see if he can do it away from Wembley.
Back four's been fantastic. There you go,
God,
Pogba.
I've been
Feed
so
in.
impressed
Go on,
with God.
Rashford. Pogba.
Come on.
Oh, come on. I think he should be looking at another foul there. Come on. He don't want to give it, does he? He don't want to give anything that's marginal.
But he'll do it against Rashford, though.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Smalling. That's it.
To be honest, mate, I thought that was a push.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you didn't give the one on Mata either when you was in the toilet. I mean, you know, I just see Jose there absolutely throwing his arms around.
well, Lingard's gone out to the left. Just
Was
to
that Mata on
basically,
the right? Yeah.
yeah, just to back Darmian up. Oh, come on, Pogba, that's lazy. That's all right, it's our throw-in.
Well, that actually makes sense because, I mean, we're used to seeing Mata on the right-hand side, aren't we? So he cuts in with his left.
It's probably not a penalty in all fairness. It's strong, but
Like, if he's giving free kicks against Rashford for nothing, that's a penalty.
well done, Lingard. Fellaini. Rubbish cross, Valencia.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah, I've been talking of Valencia. I think he's been fantastic all season.
Yeah, I said this before the game. You look over the last few games, like especially like the Arsenal and Spurs and the Southampton games where United were really bad. A few players have not been involved really in them games. Herrera, Rashford, Pogba, Valencia, Mata, and they've all been massive tonight.
Yep. Standout player for me has been Darmian, and going back to what I said earlier, I think he's been in and out of the team all season, never cemented his place, even on the bench. So I think his performance tonight has done him wonders, and I would hope Jose's probably thinking, maybe I should give this guy another season and see what happens. Oh, yeah, it's getting feisty now, man.
Fellaini giving it some
getting
of the some. Go on,
feisty,
give it some.
He's put his head on Herrera. Get on, Fellaini. Come on.
What are we doing here? He's just going to book. He can't be asked, can he? He's just going to book Mata.
This is where the refs have got to be consistent here. Come on. What was that? Just saw a comment there to me. What was that? Damien.
Mata's foul was nasty, to be honest. It was a yellow card.
Cheers, Damien, for that. Yeah, so it was a late tackle, yeah, but I mean, in the aftermath of that, I swear one of the Ajax players put his head towards Herrera. Well, Jose said we'd love Fellaini, didn't he?
He did.
And he's done well, Mark. He has.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to be negative tonight. But would you play him 38 games a season and expect to win the league? Because I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, to be honest
No.
with you, what I would say is, and there's still 10 minutes left. Have you been impressed by Ajax, or do you think it was just a load of hype and they're not that good? I said in the preview, I said in the build-up, that the Ajax, the Dutch league isn't that good. Memphis was brilliant in the Dutch league.
That's a good point, actually.
But it was no. I never. This is my big problem. I never knew what to expect tonight because everyone's like, "Oh, Ajax are a great footballing side, this, that, and the other." But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? The Dutch league isn't that good.
Oh, there's another push on Rashford here. What is going on here?
Yeah, Lyon. They beat Lyon in Ajax very comfortably, and then in Lyon they got battered. Were Lyon that good? I think, thankfully, so far, Ajax are not all that. But they could have turned up and been bloody brilliant. We just didn't know until we actually played them. But so far, they're not all that.
No, they've been very underwhelming for me.
Ref has been crap, hasn't he, the last few minutes?
I've only seen them, obviously, in the Europa League. Yeah, I watched...
The Devil podcast says the ref is a racist.
But I think
done,
it's...
Daily Blind, well up.
Yeah, cracking.
Foots, bodies, heads, everything's been getting in the way tonight defensively. I think defensively, it's 10 out of 10.
If only they could do this in the league. If only we could play this sort of mentality in the league. I think if it stays like this, mate, this summer is going to be an absolute fantastic summer, and I think next year, I know you say next year we'll challenge for the title, we'll win the league. Sorry, what you say? Yeah. But I think we'll definitely challenge for it. Like 80-minute mark, 10 minutes left.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I need a wee.
Again.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a moment that doesn't look like they're gonna score.
No, go on.
No, they're on the attack. It's like making a substitution. Right. Don't make a substitution when the opposition are on the attack, and don't make a substitution. Don't go for a wee when the opposition are on the attack.
Mark, the game is ours to lose, mate. Nothing. Can you really see them scoring
right,
two?
That's it, I'm off. Goal kick.
Go, quick. Right, comments time again. Everyday gamer, Marshall coming on. Thedja, is that your name? Thedja Pepino, Rooney for Rashford, please. Marshall warm up. Yeah, I've seen him. Just saw him warm up. Derek VB, squeaky bum time. Yeah. Hursty, MUFC 85, Goldbridge is bladder problem. He does. Jack Parry, Jesus, Mark. He does, doesn't he? He goes to the toilet quite a lot, doesn't he? Who's that? Let's have a look. Eamon McDermott. Jose had it sussed all along. I've not seen John Carlos get marked a capita. Yeah, I will do. I'll say that when he comes back. Ryan Nolan loves me, thank you. Russell, me for president.
I think you're making these up.
I'm reading it. Marcus, do you love Fellaini even more now? I never hated on him. I don't mind. I support everyone in the United shirt. That's just the way I am. I try not to hate on certain individuals. Apparently, I've got to buy you a catheter, Mark.
Well, so I can do it in there.
Ross, oh look at this, look, Ross, look, I smash you a card. Like hell do you? Nicholas Johnson wants to know how many Pepsis you've had.
About 5.
About 5. Oh, there you go. Peter Doyle. That's a funny comment. Hope no extra time these Ajax kids will be late for school in the morning. Oh man, Marcus never liked Zlatan though. No, it's not that I didn't like him. I didn't like the fact that United were so reliant on a 35-year-old man. There's a difference.
Come on.
I just think if we had the money, we could have gone out and bought anyone.
Here's Martial coming on for Rashford, I think, which is,
Yep.
yeah, it's spot on that we do that.
Yep. Fresh legs up front, a whole new pace now. I mean, their centre backs are bound to be getting tired, aren't they?
I've been dreaming about doing the tweet I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sort of gauging the time to do it, because if it backfired, it would probably be shut down for the United stand if you got it wrong.
Can I ask you? Have you got the word Liverpool in it?
No.
No. Oh,
I think
wow.
it'll wind up a few Liverpool fans, but it's ready to go. I'm ready to
surprised
do it.
you haven't done that. So we've still got one sub left. Martial's just come on.
It's not over yet. You know, if they get a goal, it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Oh,
Just
come on. It's ours to lose now, mate. It would take a humongous balls up.
Yeah, but you know what? As good as we are at 2-0, let's all be honest about this game. Brilliant by Smalling again. Let's all be honest about this game. Second half, apart from the Mkhitaryan goal from a corner, what have we done?
No, we've done nothing. Yeah, but
and I don't care. Just I couldn't give a damn. But you know, maybe in 2 months' time, when we've won the trophy and we look back on it and we start to think, you know, we need to do a little bit more on the attack. We haven't done a hell of a lot on the attack. I couldn't give a damn. I couldn't give a rat's bottom what happens today. It could have gone in off Fellaini's bottom. I don't care, as long as we win this game. But I'm just saying, second half, we actually haven't done a hell of a lot.
I'd like to give a shout out to all the Liverpool fans, actually, just to say to them, this is how you win a final. Like this.
We were in exactly the same situation, weren't we?
This is
they
it.
were.
We were 1-0 up, yeah. We got the second goal. This is how you finish a game off in Europe. So, and to all the Arsenal fans, this is what you got to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to dwell on everybody else's.
No, we won't.
But they'll be crying into their Wenger out tissues tonight.
So I'd like to ask, actually, I mean, to you in the live comments, Mark, I mean, you know, there's a couple of minutes left, I know, but Jose, 3 pieces of silverware this season. Pretty successful, I'd say.
Look, it was a one-game season, wasn't it? We all know that. It's a one-game season. If you win this game, it's a great season. If you lose this game, it's a failure. And it was always that, wasn't it?
Yep. But, I mean, if we, you know, God forbid, and, you know, nothing happens drastically, and we don't win it. See, look, Raul.
Martial's in. It's a Lingard.
Come on.
Go on, lad. Score in the final.
Go for
Oh, come on. Was it a penalty?
I know there's 5 minutes left, but I mean, come on, I've never seen United slip a lead like this.
Don't, because he's just done Smalling straight at the keeper. I think Lingard's that's Lingard all over there.
He's bottled it again, man.
Come on.
No, we've had a couple of shouts for the penalties as well in this game, but to be honest, mate, we've not been getting the penalties all season, have we? Really?
No. But hopefully they're going to show it back. Because to me, I thought it was a penalty. But it's Lingard all over, isn't he? He's just too bloody lightweight. You know, a strong. Here we go. He gets it out of his feet really well. That touch doesn't help him. That's a penalty. But if he's strong, he doesn't get pushed over.
Well, it'll be a good summer for him. Hopefully he's in the gym bulking up a bit.
I don't know why I don't go to the gym. It's so obvious.
I think that's probably something that Griezmann might have to do, you know, if he comes.
Oh,
Oh, Fellaini, don't go back to normal. Give him the pass away.
He'll be all right.
there's another one.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's late on Herrera. Give him a book. How can you not book him for that?
Jesus.
I'll tell you what, the ref I thought was all right for a little bit, but he's
Second half, he's been atrocious.
he has. It's not that bad. Herrera's cute at diving. You know what? As soon as it hits 90 minutes, I'd say start to enjoy this. This is history. A lot of you lot are young kids. I've been there in '99. I've been there in 2008. I tell you what, whether you've got exams, school, or work tomorrow, join us on the match reaction stream because this is history in the making. And you never know when you're going to get the next one. So start to enjoy it.
It's the only main trophy missing from the cabinet.
Oh, that's why.
I mean, fantastic performance all round, I think, especially from the back four. They've been superb. Looks like Rooney's coming on. Yep. Take the matter off.
Yeah, nice to give Rooney a little bit.
Oh, this will be interesting as well, won't it? I mean, he's going to get 2-3 minutes. Will it be his last 2-3 minutes? Probably. I would have thought so. He'll want to go up there as someone who's played in the final and as captain and lift that trophy.
That's nice for Rooney to get a bit of time.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just so pleased. I'm so pleased if we can do this.
Yeah, big shout out to Mata
Still
as well.
4 minutes. Still 4 minutes. Go for the corner flag. Go for the corner flag.
I don't know about all these people in the comments saying, "Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous." You make me nervous, mate. You keep on watching the clock.
Who?
You.
Why? Right,
Oh, there's 10 minutes to go. There's 10 minutes to go. There's 4 minutes to
Come
go.
on.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I've been stung in the arse too many times in football. I'll never forget that bloody Aguero goal.
Oh,
Well, I'll never forget that. That was 90 minutes and City needed to scoot 2 goals and they bloody got him.
yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, you can blame the. Was it Mark Hughes that said?
Yeah.
Don't you? I'm getting old now, mate. The memory's not that good. Sorry, mate. I think this is in the bag. I think it's party time. Tom Andrews isn't nervous. Joey O says we've done it.
Enjoy it, everybody. Every single
This
one
is
of
it.
you. Bloody enjoy it because, like I said, you never know. This is history. Don't ever take it for granted. Sit back and enjoy it, and hopefully it's there to be done. But even now, I'm like,
We've had 3 seasons of absolute tosh. Right, we deserve it this season. We've not played well by
I
any
think it's
means.
done now. I think that's it. I don't think they can get 2 goals in 2 minutes.
No. We won the Charity Shield, Community Shield, whatever they call it nowadays. We won the League Cup. We won the Europa League. 3 bits of silverware for a new manager coming in with a broken team. Yeah, a team that's got no confidence in it whatsoever. A lot of dead wood in there, and this is what he's done for us. And I think it's just absolute superb. And hats off to Jose, mate. The longer he stays, the better for me. What he's promised.
I'm obviously a big Mourinho fan, as everybody knows, and I think all those doubters, I understand it, I really do, but it was always a 1-game season. It was a 1-game season, and it's looking like we're going to do it.
We're a minute and 30 seconds away. We don't need this. The guy, what he's promised us during the season, what he said, he spoke nothing but the truth. And for all those people saying it's not the United way, you know, Jose out and all that. I mean, look at this guy. Come on. The guy is a winner.
You know what? Tonight was a one-game season. It was a one-game season. And look, start to believe it now. We know the bloody tragedy we've had in Manchester. Disgusting. But these players tonight have turned up, and they've turned up, and that's all we wanted to do. But now, it's not going to not happen. We're going to win a trophy we've never won. We're back in the bloody Champions League. Welcome to Manchester, Antoine Griezmann. Get real, folks. Go. It's getting real. It's getting real. A few comments. Roshan Dave, name on the trophy. Back to Champions League football. Hell has risen because Fellaini played incredibly well. This is amazing. Congratulations, United. And Orison, thanks for the contribution. Well, no, hold on. No. There won't be a chance. It's Orison says, thanks for 100 quid from Orison. He says, historic night for United. Cherish this moment forever in this first season. Mourinho has won us the Community Shield, the EFL Cup and Europa League. Was there ever any doubt he is the special one? Besides, we've given the terrorism the middle finger in style. Yes, up yours.
For all those people saying in the comments as well throughout the season.
We're there.
That's
Champions,
we are done.
Europa League, back into the Champions League where we belong. All your bitter rivals with your 6th. Shove it up your arse. We're back.
We're back at the top.
Back at the top. Right, everybody. It's party time. It's party time, right? There is a stream. It's called Ajax versus Manchester United 0-2. Pogba and Mkhitaryan goals win the Europa League. We're going on to there. I'm ending this stream. Get straight over onto that one. All you've got to do, click the United stand. You'll see the video, and I will see you there in 10 seconds' time. That's where we're going. We're celebrating for an hour. Get a drink and join us there. I'll see you in a moment.